up, Brother Kill? Welcome in. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing today? How's everything up in Sheboygan? Hello, Shemay from the mean streets of Lawrenceville, New Jersey. What is going on? Good evening, Linda. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Julie. I shall return. Beautiful 74 degree. Hey, Fire Chick. And we will be getting the show on the road. Just a little spoiler alerts. LA looks like it's coming on the weekend. Okay. Hey, James. Yeah, thumbs up. Appreciate it for coming. Get things off to a good start. It's going to be a barn burner tonight. As my messages been blowing up all afternoon. How you doing, JR? Hi, Spirit. Spirit in the sky. Got a little bit of residual heat in here. Let's get go with that a little bit. Of course, we head out. I'm just gonna have some pasta tonight. Keep it simple. Just getting ready to roll here. I think it's gonna be chilly. It's 74 now. I think it'll go down to the mid 60s in about an hour. Careful, there's a lot of knuckleheads flying around here. Okay, thumbs up are appreciated. Yeah, it looks like I'm LA bound on Thursday, guys, so gonna get put up in a hotel on Thursday nights. Well, I'll tell you a couple minutes, and then I've got a message into Kev that I'm gonna be around Friday and Saturday, so we'll see. Beautiful day today. hopefully next week we'll be back to Vegas. We shall see, but tomorrow is trash day in the hood. Hello, Noreen. Again, today I had a record number of Gmails this afternoon. Please talk about the markets. Please talk about what the hell is going on. Tell us when this pain since January will be over. The only problem is you might not like the answer. I don't know about you guys, but I could use some time in Koreatown. Yes, I could. And drink some Cass beer. Korean beer. I'll tell you, Korean beer is delicious. Unfreaking believably delicious. Just saying, wouldn't mind getting some Korean hot pot. And I think, depending on Kev, I would say that, MacArthur Park and the Cecil would be back on the agenda again. Try to dig out another content story or something. Abolish the Fed. Well, there's a definite need for the Fed, but they're far away from their original mandate, and that's my problem with them. Go ahead. There you go. Don't let me slow you down. Ooh, so that's pretty much confirmed, and then I get back on Sunday, so I'm going to have to, go over all this stuff. It's going to be a little bit of an agenda change-up for the weekend, I think, right now. Hi, Nino. How are you? Good afternoon to you. Pour vous, s'il vous plaît. Pour vous, s'il vous plaît. Let's put the windows down here and let some of this beautiful afternoon air circulate in. And hello, everybody. Yes, I've got my Morning Dove, Pink Floyd, The Wall. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. Hey, Julie, how are you? Julie Army Mom, good to see you tonight. I hope everything is going well with you. Yeah, I love this hoodie too. I got to try to keep it clean from anytime you say pasta. It's almost like a magnet on here. So how's everybody doing today? Another working day for me. So let me just cover off. No sweatshirts to wear and where I am. Well, it's 74 degrees, and I think it's going to go down very rapidly to the mid-60s by about 7 p.m. tonight, if I don't miss my guess. So I don't like to be chilly. If I have to change my outfit, I will. But it's getting darker earlier. Our golden hours are now very short. The sun goes down very quickly on the horizon. The wall, that's it. So as I mentioned in the beginning, Thursday afternoon, after morning work, I'm going to head down to LA. I'm going to be put up at a hotel on Thursday night. I don't think I'm going to be live on Thursday night because there may be some you know, some people I've worked with and have talked to online and things like that. There's going to be a lot of my co-workers and people I've known through the community. So we'll probably be out there doing it up or something, hanging out. So I don't think Thursday night I'm going to be live. And there'll be some pre-recorded content for Thursday and Friday. Then I hope to meet up with kids, slug bows. Yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about tonight, because we got, you know, some people are starting to get a little more concerned now, which rightly they should be, especially some of the buy and hold gang is suspecting to think that something bigger is in the wind. How you doing, Ms. Lulu? So I'm waiting to hear back from Kev. If it's a no-go for the weekend, I don't really have any interest in being down there poking around by myself. So I'll just get back probably on, you know, I guess Friday or I don't know, Friday evening or Saturday. I don't know what I'm doing. Rosie is completely right. And then Sunday night, I should be live with the wrap-up for NCAA football and Vegas Rosie. I'm going to do a pre-recorded one for Thursday with my thoughts on the football and also on the what's on the agenda for the weekend, just to give my few of my thoughts. It won't be interactive. It will be recorded, but it'll be short, sweet, and to the point. Some people have been playing along here, and we're doing pretty doggone good, I have to say. You know, anytime you can do over 55%, and right now I think we're at about 75% on our, something like that on our action. So we're doing okay. You know, we would be higher, but 2 bets didn't go in because, well, Mr. Z works for a living, right? You can't always, you know, ask somebody to take time out of their schedule to do stuff all the time. So it is what it is. I'm just grateful that he's able to do that. So that's what's coming up on the weekend provisionally. So I'm waiting to hear back. I texted Kev at 3:30. I'm waiting to hear back from him, but I think that we can have a really righteous time for a couple nights in LA and do some stuff down there. I think it'll be a good time. I don't know if it'll be available Saturday. If not, I'll just probably throw the metal detector in the back and do some metal detecting. As you guys know, I had decent luck in LA in a very short, very small area with a 1912 half dollar, silver half dollar, and a really nice collector penny. So it's pretty happy about that. So keep your fingers crossed that pans out, and then like I said, I should be back on. I would think sometime on Sunday or something like that, and, in time for the Sunday night fiestas, and then I hope the following week to dial in Vegas. Will that happen? I never know. But that is my hope, to leave on the following Wednesday. I know I'm putting down a lot of miles. I've got to get my oil changed somewhere in there, and then be on the road. It should be a little cooler in Vegas. It should be a bit more comfortable. Should still be able to get some full time. Bring a couple more stories. Bring some more restaurant reviews. Stay, I don't know, 5 days to 10 days, just like last time. So, hey Justin, how are you? We want to do Chinatown. We've already got red starts in places that we want to review. I need to work on my baseball betting a little bit. That's a little problematic at this point. And, you know, to check back in after a good rest on the horse racing again. What's up, Ronan? So I'll have a lot on my plate. Of course, I play very small. It doesn't just, you know, I enjoy it to do the, to be like a brain teaser. right? I mean, horse racing is like a Rubik's Cube, right? There's 9 horses, 9 sides, whatever the hell it is. 8 sides, whatever. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. Knock on wood, we haven't really had any thank you, Sarah. We haven't really had any hurricane stuff yet, which has been surprising. But then again, I don't think it was really an outrageously hot summer. It was out here in the west, but I don't think it was back in maybe down in parts of Texas in May and June. But other than that, I think it's been pretty decent, huh, Charla? I mean, once that rain ended and all that, it should be all right. Right? Nice to see you, Elmer. Oh, that breeze feels nice. Coming through. Yeah, Sugar, how about this? I had a great day. I welcomed in a toilet and said farewell to an old fridge. That's always a great day. Should check out the secret tunnel light installation above the Louis Vuitton store. I think you told me that before, Luca, but where is the Louis Vuitton store? I made it, and then Big Boss isn't in tonight. Last I could only listen. I love that. And it's ended now. The rain is ended for now, so that's a good thing. Well, that's nice for football season. So nice to see you, Sugar Cane. Yeah, you can thank Morning Dove for this awesome. It's not quite a sweatshirt, but it's kind of an in-between season top. So that I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Very, very nice. Ba-doo, 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 return to sender, do, 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 do. Trying to think if there's anything else coming up, because I've really been thrilled and happy with the feedback on the Vegas Rosie streams. They've been amazing for just being out of the box. The people that are watching that after the recording. And another brick in the wall. What's up, Triggered Minds? How you doing? Yeah, definitely not another brick in the wall for sure. So I've been very pleased about the way that is gone. I have some more vintage audio stuff coming up. I got some things that are uploaded. Some of the stuff might be pre-recorded. I should be doing a live stream tomorrow night. Thursday night I probably will not be. Hopefully I'll be live with Kev, you know, hanging around the Cecil and just bullshitting, drinking some beer and all that. I'm gonna be sending you a package. All right, Sugar. Nice, 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 nice. I can't wait. Our lovely Sugar Cane. Always good to see you. If you have any suggestions for content down there, do let me know. Any places that you would like me to check out. I'm not going to fight my way across town or northern LA or anything. In front of Aria, right? Yeah, I'm not going to go down there again, Luca. Yeah, all has been well. I'm just not going to go down to that area. I really don't like to go down to the Strip. We did that last time. We went all through where the Aria is. We saw the Hello Kitty little, I guess you'd call it a truck there, whatever the hell it is. And we walked all around. We went through Italy, which is the dining hall, the Italian style dining hall. So I don't really think that I'm going to go down there to be checking that out. Just to be honest and straight up with you, because tell you the truth, I hate, it's so hard to walk the Strip. Those of you who remember, didn't see the tunnel though, worth checking out once. Yeah, we will, Luca, but I don't think, we're going to have to save it for fall, I think. I'm going to try to stay off the Strip unless I have a story to tell. And I usually can come up with one or two very unusual stories. If you didn't see my last, next to last one with the biggest heist in Vegas history, the $3 million armored car heist, as well as the where the container park is now with the praying mantis was the site of the deadliest bombing in Las Vegas history. That place, Container Park, is actually built on hallowed ground, where people died in a horrific bomb explosion at the old Orbit Hotel there. Terrible, right there. So if you haven't seen those stories, check them out, because Vegas moves very fast and things changed a lot. They're I don't know if you've seen the pictures that they've bulldozed. They're bulldozing 2 station casino properties. The Texas station they're bulldozing, and I don't know what the other one is. Sunset's, I'm not sure what the other one is. But things are always changing, but it's not going to matter, and this will be a good segue, because a hell of a lot fewer people are going to be going to Las Vegas coming up over the next year, and particularly 2024, as we grope for a bottom with all of this stuff that's destabilization and everything. I don't know what the final tally was today. I looked down. Please check your Instagram. I don't do Instagram messages, Lynn. I don't do Instagram. Hello, CJ. So if you want to message me, I can make it like new@gmail.com. I never do Instagram messages. I live in Las Vegas and haven't been up to the Strip in almost a year. Restaurants overpriced. Odds on machines are terrible. Parking track. Yeah, it's a mess. No local wants to go up to the Strip. What I was saying was, years ago, you could walk comfortably up and down the Strip. Now you got to go through casinos. You've got to go up escalators. You've got to go through bazaars. Why would I be mad at you, CJ? Through bazaars, and it's just not a straight shot. The elevators don't work, and walking the Strip has just become a logistical nightmare now. It's not fun. It's not what it used to be, because the hotels have gotten greedy, and everything is set to funnel people into their properties and their shopping malls and all that stuff. I lived there before all those pedestrian. Yeah, you lived there before that. I went there before all those flyovers were built, and it turned it into a real pain in the ass to get around, because the elevators are never working. So you're up, you're down. I mean, I'm in pretty good physical shape, but I've just seen people look at that and just like, oh my God. I'm like, you can take the elevator, there's 55 people waiting, and there's 55 people waiting in line to get on the elevators. Like, what the hell, you know? So I don't really think I'm going to be going up to the Strip. I will be going down to Chinatown, Spring Mountain Road, trying to do some food reviews over there too. I only go to the Strip when I'm meeting friends or family that are in town. Yeah, a lot of people that live in Vegas say their worst time is when family or friends come to visit, because everybody wants to go up to the Strip. Right, everybody went, and you're like, oh God, here we go again. And you go up to the Strip, and you know exactly what you're going to see when you go up there. Right? I mean, there's just nothing new under the sun. It's so overpriced now. I'd love to see any footage of Vegas. Yeah, I'm just hanging out, CJ. I don't have menus pre-advanced ahead of time. I'm going to be talking about what the markets did today, what the economy's doing. Well, thank you, JR. But I'm just enjoying my beer. I live on the 15th floor. I hope my elevator didn't break. It used to happen to me in Hong Kong. Right? I'd be on a 32nd floor flat, and it's like, and I'm carrying bags. I've got a baby strapped to the front of me, right? And I've got to carry shit up there. I'm giving you double views from a town. Okay, well, hi, Catherine. Welcome to the chat for the first time ever. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Good to see you. Train time. Now, today, I don't know how exactly things ended up, but we have a lot of people increasingly frustrated out there at what's going on in the shape of the world right now. So we might as well tear into that and diagnose that. I've said for months that the only, hey Nicole, the only predictive model that I ever use when it comes to predicting price movements is what's called the Elliott wave principle. Okay, and I'm not going to get in again to what the Elliott wave principle is about, but the interesting thing about the Elliott wave principle, it's the only investment methodology that takes into account human nature and human psychology in developing turning points for markets and things. And in January, you may not believe it, but we topped out a market run that had been going literally since 1784. Yep. Super long 5-wave advance from that period. I'm having a coffee, CJ. Think about that. All right, from 1784 or whatever until 2022, January of 2022. So where do we go from here? Well, we have peaked out this wave. And we are now embarking on a 3-wave corrective move here. And I don't want to get very technical in this, but it's going to unfold over the next 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years as a 3-leg down movement. And right now, having already turned from the peak in January, we are about 1/10 of the way down that we're going to go here as we move downward. Our first leg down from the top, we had wave 1, which took us from January peak to June trough, a decline of about 15% in the Dow and 22% in the NASDAQ or something like that. We had an initial wave 2 rally, which took us from the June lows to the mid-August high. And we've been turning down in what's called a 3rd wave here of our first movement down. And 3rd waves are extremely powerful. They're extremely destructive, and they're breathtaking in their magnitude and scope. Now, the reason that you have these big moves is because you suddenly have a whole body of investors, professional and amateurs, that realize and come to the conclusion that, well, we're not having a simple correction here. In other words, mid-June was not the low, and now we're probably going to break through that level. And then who knows where the next support level is going to be. Now, I'm not going to get technical here, but I am going to say you may want to be strapped in for what's coming in September and October here. If I had to give myself a grade for predictability, I would give myself a solid A with a circle around it. I've hit these turning points. I've hit these rallies. I've hit these declines pretty much on the mark. Now, why would we be experiencing these problems? Because for 40 years, we've had 42 years, we've had declining interest rates in this nation. We went from 16, 17% federal funds rate to 0 in those 42 years. Gold's trying to go under. Gold will hold its own, Blondie. We'll talk about gold in a minute. That's a long time for interest rates to go down. And now suddenly, I-bonds are going to do great. Now suddenly, rates are going up, and the Federal Reserve finds itself chasing the market to set rates where they keep up with what the market is doing. Now, the really crazy thing is, we have an inflation report today that was not good. It wasn't all that bad. But it gives more impetus here for unions, for workers. You know, we have truckers, we have the railroad which wants to go out on strike, we have people that are demanding higher wages across the spectrum here. And as a result, manufacturers and producers feel like they raise their prices too. So we start this phenomena that began in the 1970s with raises of prices. And we seem to have well, trust me, Nicole, a lot of people know exactly what's been going on because they've been following this thing since December of last year. So we've set off this spiral now of pricing problems. At the same time, we're depressing the economy here. And layoffs are coming in the finance world. After the close yesterday, Goldman Sachs announced they're going to be cutting hundreds of non-performing bankers. Citibank's going to be laying off people. Bond trading desks are going to be laying off people because, well, people want to sell because bonds are going down in price. Okay? Because as interest rates go up, the value of bonds goes down to reflect the need to have a higher interest rate or higher yield to keep up with the marketplace. Okay, now people say, why do we need, and of course the Federal Reserve is going to be blamed for what's coming up, just like they were blamed in 1929. When things were cooling down and they stepped in the way of that and raised interest rates aggressively, and the market went to shit at that point in time. Why would it be any different today that we have a Federal Reserve that thinks it knows it all in the face of commodity prices that have already come down? A labor market that is lagging but still pretty strong. You know, labor markets are the last thing to turn. But the Fed wants to go in there and raise interest rates, and now they want to raise it another 1% next week. This is really going to hurt housing. This is really going to hurt car sales. This is really going to hurt financing because for 42 years, interest rates have only gone one way. And as a result of that cheap money, we have so levered up this economy. We've so leveraged this economy with debt because it's cheap to borrow, that all of that has to be unwound coming up over the coming years. All this debt has to be unwound. 42 years of declining interest rates, and now we have inflation that's biting. Why do we have a Federal Reserve at all? And Julie said when she came in tonight, Julie, Army Mom, dial down, do away with the Federal Reserve. Well, the Federal Reserve started out serving a very needed purpose here. Because as the United States grew and the economy exploded in the late 1800s or into the early 1900s, speculators, went nuts. There was no Securities and Exchange Commission. There was no Commodity Futures Trading Commission. There was no regulatory regime whatsoever. And people took advantage of that. And they rigged markets. And they tried what was called corners. They would find a company that people were selling short or trying to profit from the woes of the company. And they would drive that price up to bankrupt those people that shorted the company. And this stuff went on all the time. Okay? Printing more and more money. Well, Eddie, we're going to get to the crux of it here. Okay, so that led to periodic panics in the nation because there was no insurance for banks or anything. So when a bank got caught with its pants down, backing some speculators that got people would naturally worry that maybe my bank will be in trouble because they were involved in this speculative fiasco here. And they would go running to their bank and start to pull the money out, thereby creating an good old-fashioned run on the bank, which can destroy a bank because confidence is gone. In an hour, it can be wiped out. So what am I leading to the story? Back in 1907, the fall of 1907, there was a company called United Copper Company on the exchange. And a group of guys got together, funded by the Knickerbocker Trust Company of New York City, and decided that they were going to run up the price of this stock and ruin the people on the other side of the market, the people that had sold it in the hope that it was going to decline and were prepared to buy it back and replace it at a future date. It's kind of complicated. But they wanted to ream these people and take all of their money. So they drove up the price of United Copper. They borrowed tons of money from the Knickerbocker Trust Company to do this. And lo and behold, their corner failed. It busted. And all of a sudden, the stock came cascading down and people started counting up the millions of dollars of losses. And where would the money come from to replace all this money that had been lost? Interest rates started to skyrocket as banks tried to borrow money, and interest rates went up to like 16-17%, shot up. It's like a loan shark. When you need money, man, who cares what interest rates you're gonna pay? Just give me the money, man. And then the rumors started kicking in that the trust company that had lent all this money was insolvent and was going bust. Well, hey, camp goer, what the hell do you think happened? All the depositors start getting on the streetcars, getting on the horses, the carriages, the subways, anything they can get on, and get the hell over to the banks and start to take their money out. And they basically shut down the Knickerbocker Trust Company. Now, by this time, the rest of the stock market was collapsing. Interest rates were gone sky high. But who could we borrow from at a reasonable interest rate? We have no lender of last resort. Hey, Carrie. Let me repeat that again. We had no lender of last resort in that situation. And the economy was going into a tailspin because businesses cannot prosper when interest rates to borrow are 15, 16, 17, 22%. So what did the heads of Wall Street do? They went with their hats in their hands to the offices of J.P. Morgan and Company. And they begged J.P. Morgan down on their knees to provide the money that the institutions would need to survive. And had it not been for J.P. Morgan stepping in in 1907 during the Knickerbocker panic, the financial system of the United States may have collapsed at that point in time. There was big fallout from that. Big fallout. The Senate started looking into it. The House Banking Committee and said, my God, the numbers are getting so big in this country. Hey, Molly. The productivity is getting so great. The wealth is getting so great. The deposits are getting so big. We're going to be screwed. It's almost too big for one institution to bail us out now when we go down the shitter. So Congress started having hearings and things, and they decided that they needed a bank of last resort. They needed an institution that would be there when the shit hit the fan and money got tight, that could supply an unlimited amount of money to quell the panic. And they proposed the creation of the United States Federal Reserve to perform exactly that function. Hey, Brenda. So when people say the Federal Reserve does not have a role in government, it does. But its power is too great to create money, to pull money from the system, to aid the Treasury in devaluing your money by printing more of it, and the back and forth scam of issuing Treasury bonds and having the Federal Reserve buy them. It's a hamster wheel of bullshit. The Federal Reserve far exceeded its role because Congress heaped additional mandates on it in the 60s and in the 50s. Right? Truman, during World War II and the Korean War. You know, we had inflation ripping post-World War II, and the Federal Reserve wanted to put up interest rates, and Harry Truman called every one of those members of the United States Federal Reserve, for the first and last time ever, every single member of the United States Federal Reserve, Kansas City, Boston, Atlanta, San Francisco, Denver, Dallas, Minneapolis, on, Cleveland, all showed up. And President Truman told them, boys, we got inflation, but we also got a war on. And we got to sell bonds to finance this war. And we don't need you jacking up interest rates here. At that moment in time, the Federal Reserve became beholden to political forces in America because they agreed, okay. They bit the bullet and said, well, you get what you get. You're the boss. Our hands are tied now. So the Federal Reserve became an instrument of of politicians. Okay? But we do need a lender of last resort to go in there, because the size of the losses coming up over the coming years are going to be so huge in property and in corporate loss and in enormous trading losses and portfolio losses, pension losses, enormous, CalPERS, California pension and retirement system, the largest in the nation. Something really bad happens when assets get devalued greatly because prices collapse. The obligation to pay people remains, but the ability to pay declines. And as a result of that, what do? More people need to borrow, interest rates go up, and you create a very bad, vicious cycle of stuff that goes on. Right now, the reason that we're still dropping here is because we've not had a washout here. We've not had the big, super high volume, record-breaking trading on the New York Stock Exchange that would signify that we've hit some kind of huge bottom here yet. Will we have it? Yes. Will it be big? It'll be colossal. It'll be huge to the extent that it's plastered across every newspaper in America. Believe it. And at that point, that's the point I've told people, that you need to make sure that you are at least provisioned in being a prepper somewhat, because at that point in time, there will be a lot of brush fires. There will be a rapid unwinding of economic activity, and you will see people devolve into an animalistic state in probably pretty short order. Another version of the pandemic. Well, nobody could really predict the pandemic. Hey, Crow. But the pandemic gave a few twists and turns that, that put a few wrinkles in things, but the market went on to do what it wanted to do anyway, right? Which was hit a big peak. So I think layoffs within the tech is certainly sustaining the brunt of the damage here. And what you have now is, you have, as I said before, thousands of new mutual funds that were created, or people pulling their money together under professional management, that are told, stay the course. You don't have to worry about anything. Things always come back again, and no problem at all. Right? We've been so conditioned that it's a dangerous assumption to make now. When so many people believe something to be a truth, then once the populace really starts to get it into their head that something different is going on this time, the rush to the exits will be, well, in my opinion, they'll be making movies about it in the future. And people's confidence will be totally and completely undermined. We haven't even begun the liquidation of all these thousands of new funds that have been put together. The ARC Enterprise Fund, the ARC New World, where this woman, Kathy Wood, just takes your money and just flushes it down the toilet. And she gets paid tens of millions of dollars to take your money and piss it away. And who's she scapegoating now? The Federal Reserve. How convenient. It's like, Kathy, you couldn't see in January that stuff was ridiculously overpriced at the most costly in the history of the world. You couldn't see that, right? It was a new era. Well, it's always a new era to people. So you get what you get, unless the curvatures are... I'm not sure what you're talking about, camp goer. Hey, Sue, I don't know if it'll be true or not, but I don't hedge my bullshit. I don't say if this happens or that happens. I just say this is what I believe will happen. And like I said, so far, I think I'm pretty much on track with my expectations of what's coming up in the future. But that's not so much worrisome, because a lot of people in this nation will say, Rosie, it doesn't matter to me. I don't have stock. I've never had stock. I'm not an investor. What happens on Wall Street does not affect me. It does. Trust me. There's many people that are oblique beneficiaries of investment funds. If you're in the California retirement system, or you're a teacher, or you're firefighters, or police, or educators, or administrators, or other people in all these states, you all have a stake in that. But because things have only gone up, people began to believe that it was only ever going to be a one-way street, and there was never any thought that things could change in the world, that the world order could change. And what was terrifically overvalued today may not stop until it gets historically undervalued. Pendulums swing. They don't stop halfway. They go back and forth and back and forth. It's not so much the immediate effect of that, this loss of capital, this wiping out of paper money that people say. It's the effect that it has on people on Main Street. Right? Like I remember walking to the boss's house in Easter after we were declining for 3 months. He's like, "Oh my God, I don't even want to look at my 401k anymore." Right? Well, there's other people that look at that stuff coming up, and they're going to change. They're going to change the way that they spend money. They're not going to go rushing for the new car. They're not going to go rushing to pick up the phone for Postmates or DoorDash or Grubhub. They're going to start economizing, and you know it. Credit card lines will be called in. People will lose their credit cards, and you'll have an extreme tightening of credit and the money supply. If nothing else, I've done my best to try to warn people to the best of my ability what I think is coming up here. And days like today should be eye-opening days for people. Okay? There's a message that's going on, and when you see days like that today, the message is that things are out of whack. People are in debt, that's right. Well, there are about 70,000 per American. Getting close to 90,000 per person in debt. So rid all gas. Well, Camp Goer 1, what's going to happen? This state always takes the lead in trends that go around the nation. And there's a lot of people that believe that we need to cut down emissions and we need to take radical steps to do so. Who needs a credit score when the Fed sets it? You need a credit score when you can't make your monthly payments. You need a credit score when you've maxed out your credit card. All right, because people's ability to pay rental, food is being taxed right now. But then they tell me on the other hand, people are suffering from inflation, but yet they're out there ordering Postmates, Grubhub, filling up the restaurants, filling up Vegas, partying like it's 1999. As the old song says, something's got to give, something's got to give, something's got to give. And you can take that to the bank. I think it all ties in with a sort of Darwinian survival of the fittest future where physicality and brutality come to the fore, and civilization takes a back seat coming up here. Nothing is changing here. Our Ulta store here in Santa Rosa, well, we had one in Petaluma, was robbed. We had one here in Santa Rosa that was robbed August 23rd. 4 police were injured on that deal because the getaway car injured some cops. And yesterday or the day before, they robbed another Ulta here in town. How long is it going to be before all that stuff is behind plastic? You know, Carrie, I don't depress people. I just report what I think is coming up. If you want happiness, You want to live in a la-la land? Right? I don't live that way. I prepare myself. I don't wait till the shit's already tumbled down and then say, now what? And then turn to the government and say, what are you going to do for me? You owe it to me. Same here. Food's not taxed unless it's carry-out or prepared food. That's right. Anybody see human behavior getting better? Anybody see the streets safer? I mean, violent crime has exploded in this country, and you got people that want to stick their heads in the sand and act like, oh, you know, nothing's changing in the world, you know, buy and hold is fine, you know, like nothing changes, like corporations can just survive anything. You look at a long-time traditional bellwether, building block of this nation, American Telephone and Telegraph, AT&T, fucking Alexander Graham Bell, American ingenuity, inventing the telephone. This storied company, within the next 2 years, it could be in bankruptcy. Okay, because too much debt, too much competition with other companies, too many shitty investments.
That's better. That other one.
Yeah, I'm proactive. Thank you, guitar.
There you go.
I'm ahead of the curve. I'm not behind it. But I don't like the way people are behaving in the world. I don't like the messages that generate from music today. I don't like the messages, the subliminal messages on TV and things like that. It's a very selfish, very brutal world brewing. Where thugs, people live out their fantasies in Grand Theft Auto, and if their minds are weak enough, they transition over to real life. Now, if you think that the world is getting better from a point of view of safety and societal stability, then you need not listen to what I have to say. You just can conclude that I'm wrong. But there's something good about having lived a long time sometimes, that you have a long view of history.
Okay.
These tech companies got so fat and so rich that there's a lot of unwinding to do. To wit, what was it, back in 2008? The NASDAQ was at 1776 and it went all the way up to 17,000, really? And everybody's so sure that can't unwind again. You can never have businesses under pressure like that. Well, they ain't shipping anything to China, and they're sure as hell not selling anything to Europe. But again, a lot of people want to stick their head in the sand and say, "It's be all right." You know, they can't see. They can't see the way that society has changed here. Now, a lot of you are very lucky because you live in rural, semi-rural, exurb areas, suburb areas. But I can tell you from ground zero, in cities and places like that, I see it. I see people becoming more emboldened, less afraid of consequences of law and enforcement. And if you're running Alta Corporation, you're having some serious meetings right now, redefining your mission of bringing beauty to America and how we're going to carry that through now. Some assholes out there eating their dinner, having a good time. Invest when there was blood in the streets. Of course, Hobotron. But the point is, people want to hang on indefinitely because they get fed very bad advice by financial advisors who have no sense of history. They have no training in market history. The only thing they hear on their squawk box meetings on Monday morning from headquarters is stay the course. Get out there and hold the hands of your people on there. Okay, so people remain locked into place and they're frozen. It's expecting that we're going to see Apple at the peak it was, or Tesla at the peak it was. This stuff's just going to be so great. And we're going to have these stocks at 50 times earnings and 100 times earnings. Bullshit. Crap, increase your stress level. Well, not me, because I'm almost on my way out. I'm on it. Right? I've been around the block a few times. I've been to a few parades. I've been on street level when violence is there and tear gas is flying and rubber bullets and water bottles. Animals jumping on the roof of bus stops and people turning over cars. I've seen it all. I know anybody that saw January 6th of 2021 knows what people are capable of. And if that doesn't wake you up to the realities of a world with too many people, too finely balanced. Yeah, tear gas 4 times. Yeah, I'm just saying. You got Nicole over there in the UK. She knows things are very tenuous right now. Right? There's a lot of need over there. There's a chance that millions of people in Britain are going to be plunged into poverty this winter. Whether through paying their bills, trying to put food on their table. There's a limit to what the Chancellor of the Exchequer and what the British Treasury can do. You can't create prosperity by printing money. If you could do that, Venezuela would be the richest country in the world. Argentina, everybody would be a multi-millionaire. But we know when you print money that it destroys an economy because it clouds the reward mechanism, the profit mechanism through hard work. It just puts money in people's hands that did nothing. Tahoe, huh? Yeah, you're in that situation. Everything's coming up crap. Not everything. I still try to take my diversions and a little bit of travel, but I'm much more cautious, a little bit of sports betting, because you got to keep your mind happy too. But the expectations of people in the United Kingdom are like, well, government, what are you going to do next? And Phil or Trill, whatever her name is, already promised like 100 million pounds of relief for energy bills, and it's just more government. Well, who in the hell's paying taxes? And on the people front, since our queen, that's she deserves a good send off. I think there was a lot to be admired. I saw on the news the other some small bit had a utility bill like £2,000. This year is going to be 22,000. Yeah, a lot of business. They talked about a lot of pubs got to shut down. They can't afford to stay in business. Things take a toll, and just because you create money doesn't mean that you make things better. And what happened in 2021 and 2022 should be proof positive to you of what a really negative thing it is to have unlimited debt creation and money creation in the economy. It has just blown things up. And the ripple effect of that is still being felt because we have Railroad workers that want to go on strike. UPS workers are pissed off. Truckers are pissed off. People that work in stores and warehouses are pissed off because their rents have gone up, their food's gone up, but they have to fight to adjust. Remember, a corporation can immediately, or a retailer can immediately adjust their price on the shelf. Take it or buy it or don't. Not my problem. But labor cannot so easily adjust, and we start to have what's called labor strife, where people have to physically fight. Nurses, other people, they have to physically fight for the wages to just keep even with inflation, which creates more upward pressure on prices, and it creates less competitiveness on the part of the organization and business because they have to pay higher fees. I don't know how a fast food place can stay in business here if they have to pay $22 an hour for workers. How many damn hamburgers you got to sell? Company here buying up the real estate and renting. I don't know any companies that are doing that, Linda, because BlackRock has pulled back. Jeff Bezos' company's pulled back. I think that you're talking in the spring. There's no companies that are out there buying real estate right now. They've all put a sudden halt to it. And I'll tell you what, the real estate market's going to be in free fall, because the ability of people to finance a mortgage coming up is very limited because, well, we've been so conditioned to no interest on interest rates or cheap money that nobody's going to be able to pay a 6% mortgage. But man, they would have loved that in the 70s and 80s, wouldn't they have, when they were looking at 16% mortgages? Well, we didn't collapse the economy then. But look at what happens now when we get 6% mortgages. Everybody's running for the hill. Ain't nobody speculating in housing anymore. Ain't no corporations buying up big apartment complexes and blocks of single-family homes anymore. Not here, Linda. That might have been in the summer. There's no place in the country that's paying over asking for real estate now. Under. Places are being slashed. Prices are being slashed nationwide. There's no pockets of strength here. And that's going to continue as interest rates go up, because as interest rates rise, fewer and fewer people can afford to buy a home. It's fact. The pool of buyers becomes smaller. The pool of people that want to sell their homes explodes. There's how many thousands of homes are suddenly on the market in Las Vegas that don't even get a showing on a open house. The only thing moving in Las Vegas real estate now is the cockroaches. That's it. Linda P., you might be in an unusual area, but in no way, shape, or form does it mirror anywhere else in the United States. People know that they bid property prices up way too high, to the extent that 70% of the people that bought a property in 2021 regret buying it. That should tell you something. Fast food joints are going to start selling French fries by the piece. I don't know. Who's going to show up? Those days are long gone. When the brokers on TikTok used to come on and post their... You wouldn't believe up in Washington State today how they were so overbidding. You don't see those anymore on TikTok. They're gone. Every real estate broker melted into the background. They were all clucking like chickens. Rock, buck, 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 buck. Things can only go up, 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 up. Now they disappeared. Where in the hell are where are the TikToks? And then there was a ghost town. Yeah, I remember Vegas in that time. I remember Vegas in 2008. I was down there. I remember when the unions were crying. Right. You sure as hell better know that that's a town that's built on discretionary spending. Nobody has to go to Las Vegas. It just says cash here, so I'm looking to buy in a very hard and scary. So I can guarantee you, if you haven't seen the trend of lower real estate prices, because I've sure as hell seen it in our market, San Francisco and the Bay Area, you will be seeing it coming up. You believe it. Jack in the Box is still too talk. Yeah, Jack in the Box got me the good old-fashioned Junior Jacks, man, for like $1.79. I don't know what they are now, but it was a great deal. So you will be seeing that coming up for sure. What happened to the Mint in Vegas? What happened to it? The Mint is going to be restored to the side of Bally's, isn't it? Bally's took off the name of Bally's off the side of it, the MGM, and they're putting, I think they're going to call it the Mint. They move quickly. They rebrand quickly. It takes a matter of days to just rebrand the whole place. I'm going to be very interested in seeing what happens to properties like Resort World that cost $4 billion to build, and some of the downtown palaces and things like that, to see what happens as the money dries up and the inclination to go to Vegas starts to lessen. It's going to be a very, very interesting place to be. And it's going to be a hard thing to dig out of. Yeah, the horseshoe. I'm sorry. Thank you, James. Yeah, the horseshoe. Because they want a new identity for it. And I can't blame them. They're bulldozing. They're tearing down stations, casinos. I know at least Texas Station. I don't know what the other one is. I wonder how the Fontainebleau folks are feeling right about now. How would you feel, Crow, if you have this gigantic monstrosity that you build that's on the wrong side of the road? Man, once you get on the Stratosphere side of Sands Avenue there, people start to get a little dicey about the area and things. And when they came out and said, we're going to put 150,000 feet of luxury shopping in there, I shook my head. But do you think the strike will happen over? I think the president will have to step in and intervene, and it will irritate labor. The president's in a very difficult situation because he knows the rank and file are many, many Democrats on there and unions and things like that. And if it's perceived that he doesn't care about their demands and just screw them and keep working, you could set off a chain reaction. Texas Fiesta and Fiesta Rancho being torn down. Okay. Very delicate situation if you're a Democrat president. Because if the railroads go and then the wages go up and then the railroads have to raise freight rates, and it further diminishes business, and it's just a mess. People talk about how grocery prices have gone up. They talk about how rent has gone up. You don't think that those increases that everybody's complaining about, you don't think they have an impact on people's discretionary spending? You don't think at the margin that some people think about maybe we shouldn't go to Vegas? Maybe we shouldn't be buying a $105,000 truck? Hey, Kitten Cat, how you doing? Of course it starts to alter spending habits and the way people think. If they've got a brain. Right, but my God, they got the credit card. Fly now, pay later. Cash advance at the casino cage. Here's my credit card. Cashing 1,000. Good luck. So, being clueless is going to be a hell of a disadvantage coming up over the coming years. Being clued in is going to be great because you'll be able to take steps to navigate through all of this stuff. His wife should have pulled in again. Well, this is my opinion. I don't know. The president may believe that he's doing a good job, and it'll be his prerogative to announce if he wants to run for a second term sometime in 2023. I doubt if he will. He'll probably look at the world at that time and say, you know what, maybe I'll just enjoy my final years on the Delaware River, the lovely town of Wilmington, Delaware, and just take it easy. But if he does decide to run, then it's going to be very difficult for the, it's going to be very difficult, I think, at that time for the Democrats to win. So, if you don't like the heat, get out the kitchen. It's the way it goes. There's plenty of other content I bring that's fun and goofiness, but if you see something, you say something and you tell people what's going on, and I've pledged to do that in 2020, late 2021 and into 2022, and that's exactly what I've done, and it's exactly what I'm going to keep doing. Some people, oh, you know, you call us, you're going to call. No, you're just engaging in some inductive reasoning to figure out what's coming up. All right, doesn't mean you cause it. Thank you, Slugbug. There's times where things are cheap, and there's time that things are dear. If you could buy, I don't know, a new car for $22,000. That's probably not a. There's probably not a bad example. You know, there just comes a point where things are so overpriced that it just makes people wage slaves. At the very worst time when things are contracting, they've taken on the very greatest amounts of debt with $90,000 pickup trucks, with houses that are hundreds of thousands of dollars overpriced now. And they're on the hook for that. There is the real crux of the matter. Since the first of the year, they have raised my credit card. And I made it lower back. Tempting to spend. Well, that's cool, Blondie. But banks want the credit cards because that, to them, they perceive to be the highest return on capital. But now, today, the interest rate on a risk-free 2-year government note is almost 4%, free of state and local taxes. People ask me about the I-bond reset coming up in November. November 1st will be the next I-bond reset. And if you have not bought them, you should buy them. Because we're going to be up close to anywhere from 8 to 10% again for the next 6 months on those obligations, free of state and local taxes. And you don't have to pay any taxes until the end when you cash them. I laugh at this foolish pickup truck trying to never see a lick of work, just showboats for silly people. Yeah, it's like somebody famously said, Kitten Cat, We know we got a problem in this country when people go from buying things to impress others to focusing on surviving. That's the transition that's going to occur. You know, so when you have your badass Ford Raptor or whatever that's never going to see a load in the back of it, what did you buy it for? I don't know. We live in a world where much buying is done to impress other people. My thought is buy nothing like that, and I have failed to do. You have to live life. I'm on it. We cannot, you know, life has to have some fun too. Right, a little Vegas here, a little sports bet there, a little drinking. You know, you got to live life. How you doing, P2E? I always advocate for that. Have a music night, cut loose. Have weekends. You don't talk about the state of the world. You just come out and enjoy life. We do it up. But they have a cap on it. Yes, they do. They put a cap on it because the government did not want money filtered into non-productive assets. But now, to fund the United States debt obligation is going to start going up, up, up. Pension funds and organizations that hold large amounts of U.S. debt in Japan, Korea, places around the world. Because interest rates are going up, the value of their bonds is going down. And how far will they go down before they start being puked up by these people? I can't take it anymore. And the act of selling massive quantities of them pushes up interest rates more. And nobody wants to buy the debt. I'm frugal, but not that many don't have extra to burn. It's on sale now. I just bought a few more skeletons. Cheap. Nice. Scrooge, yes. Yeah, a need or a want. That's right. Yes, people buy things to... In a expanding economy, people buy things to impress other people. In a contracting economy, people focus on surviving. It should be a concern to you that over half the people in this nation that earn over $250,000 a year live paycheck to paycheck. That's about $170,000 of take-home money, or about, $14,000 a month? Thank you, Diverl. I love it. How do people get in that situation? Number one, they have no sense of history, no sense of markets. They have no sense of government spending. They have no sense that markets ever go down for very long, extended periods of time. They've only been told that it goes up, 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 up. So they're the ones at the end that are holding the bag, and then when the pain gets great enough and it's amputation without benefit of anesthesia, they're the ones puking up their holdings like there's no shit. It's never going to stop dropping. That's how we get panics. And if you don't think that the professionals panic, think again. When the calls start coming into brokers, liquidate my mutual funds, and the order goes into the exchanges, sell, 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 you don't think they chew through their cash reserves like that and have to start liquidating? Then you don't know very much about markets and things. There's a very thin cushion of reserves. And you have what's the equivalent in stocks to what's a run on the bank. Everybody wants to get their ass out at the same time. And then they curse their financial advisors. They curse their brokers. They curse their president. This shirt was a gift to me. I have no idea where Morning Dove got it from. I guess he ordered it online. We'll see what happens. We'll have bounces. We'll have great times, good times. But I think what's going to worsen is the behavior of people in society. Once they're done bleeding all over, they're dying to buy them. Yeah, but you got, there's the old saying, kit and kat. Guy jumped around in November of 1929. This is the greatest buying opportunity. He jumped in. We had a good rally through April of 1930, and then the bottom dropped out, and we lost 90% of the value of the market. They've got to go down, and they've got to stay down for a long period of time to build a base. There's got to be zero interest. It's got to reach the point where if you say stock to people, they throw up on the spot. I never want to hear about stocks again. I should have listened to my grandfather when he said it's a sucker's game, man. Don't fall for this shit, Wall Street. You wait till they're down and dead for a long time, because they ain't going to just pop right back up again. They have to build a very long base. It'll be building in my life, but I'll be gone. Just like silver and those things build a very long base. Oh, what a beautiful night. What's the temperature? 73. So nice. So, I'm on the record. Take it for what it's worth. I don't mince words. I don't play on the one hand, on the other hand. I'm not built that way. I just come out and I speak my piece, and that's it. And I keep people updated on an ongoing basis. Because one thing you know for damn sure is everybody's complacent right now. There's no alarm bells ringing anywhere. Everybody sitting tight, just wait for the next turn, waiting to get rich again. That in itself should tell you that we're nowhere near the end of this decline that's coming. Until you see people take aggressive action to sell in massive quantities, then we're nowhere near a bottom on this thing. So when I tell you that 22,000, something like that, looks like a good initial stopping point, yeah. Yeah, the wind was pretty wild, huh? And removing trillions of dollars of paper wealth from an economy does amazing things to people's psyche. It does change the decision-making process of people. You can believe it. Hey, Trog, how you doing? Good to see you. Because every day I have people, when do you think it'll stop? What's the level it's going to stop? I say, it ain't going to stop until you flush the toilet. I heard they had winds topping off in the mountain. I know days ago, 50 months. This is what's dangerous about here. We got none of that rain from Southern California. We're dry as a bone. We had 115 degree temperatures that baked the hell out of stuff. One little spark on a windy day, and we're all pieces of toast. Just like in 2017, from Napa Valley in the town of Calistoga, a fire came roaring over the top of the mountains and came westward. And for the first time in the history of this nation, a wildfire got loose in a major city and laid waste to a third of it. And 6,000 homes burned down in 6 hours. How you? Yeah, good to see you, Trog. I hope I never live to see that again. We just had an earthquake. Woo! You feel that? We just had an earthquake. Earthquake detected. Drop cover, hold on. It ain't over yet, guys. Oh. That was a big one. I'm going to say that was about a 5.8. I don't want to be too close to this building. We're still having aftershocks here. Duck and cover, earthquake. Earthquake.
Brenda Stewart 14 tipped $5 through Super Chat. Tips are welcomed, smiley face.
I moved away from the building. That was a big one, guys. That was like a 5.5. That was major. And you saw it live right here. You could see me shaking. It ain't over yet. We'll have to see what the U.S. Geological Survey says. Oh, we felt it here. It was big, man. I was rocking and rolling. I knew immediately it was an earthquake. Thank you for the tip. Thank you, sweetie. That was a big boy. Santa Rosa, California. Yeah, we were shaking, rocking, and rolling. That's a hell of a feeling when you feel the ground move under you. Why does it do that? Because we're on the Pacific Rim here, fire. Ooh. Woo! Let's turn on the news for a minute. Let's see.
A card spot, but there.
News wants. Well, he's known for.
Oh, let's hear what we
And
got.
The West Wing, and now Aaron Sorkin is bringing his adaptation of the classic
Let's
To
see
Kill a
what we get.
Mockingbird to San Francisco. KCBS's Kathy Novak has the details.
Yeah, we
It's a
got
story
big. That
many
was a
of
big
us
one
will
here.
remember
That
reading
was
in
a
school.
big.
A meaningful one for San Francisco Mayor London Breed.
I'm waiting till the
This is
news reports.
recent.
To run their campaigns. She was asked if she would do it in her own campaign, and she wouldn't answer that.
KCBS should report it.
Broadway, the play is now touring the country.
That was a big one.
Playwright Aaron Sorkin made some
Yeah, the
decisions
Rascal
with his
started
version,
show. We didn't hear one
which
that.
means
I've been in so many earthquakes.
I couldn't do a Harper Lee.
We have to be careful that that's not the precursor to a bigger one
I
here.
was writing this play in 1959. Right, I'm writing it today.
Usually they kind of adjust themselves.
Mrs. Sorkin is not.
Yeah, it'll take a couple minutes to filter through to the news.
Captured the essence.
You know, they'll come on and say, "Oh, I always feel earthquakes, sugar."
Kill a Mockingbird opens tonight at the
We're still
Golden
getting
Gate Theater.
aftershocks,
In
I'm
San
feeling.
Francisco, Kathy Novak, KCBS. The Senate has confirmed President Biden's nomination of Salvador Mendoza Jr.
I just had
as
something
federal
show up
judge
on my
and
phone
former
too.
criminal defense
Earthquake.
lawyer to the Ninth
Move
U.S. Circuit
away
Court of
from
Appeals. Makes him the first
unreinforced
Latino
buildings.
judge from Washington State. The vote
You
was
have 4.4
46-40
centered
with
near
three
Santa
Republicans
Rosa.
joining Democrats
I
in
think it
support
might
of
be
Mendoza.
upgraded.
The succeeding judge, Mary Margaret McEwen. KCBS News Time 6:44. We are going to head to the KCBS Sports Desk in about a minute. You've been hearing about the San Francisco
Let's hear how
Greenhouse
long
Raffle
it
here on
takes to come in.
KCBS. It's your chance to win.
No, I'm not
a
under any power
multi-million-dollar
lines.
dream house
I
in
moved away
Walnut
from the
Creek
building a
for
little
$1
bit because it's an
million
unreinforced
There are
structure.
1,000 prizes, including luxury cars, oodles of cash, and exotic
That was big.
vacations. And here's an extra way to win.
That was
the
big.
weekly add-on ticket drawings. The weekly prize is $10,000 cash. For all the details, go to sfraffle.com. The Dream House is in Walnut Creek,
4.5,
and it's
yeah.
been designed and landscaped with luxury in mind. Located on a prime
8.2,
1.9 acre
seems like
lot,
that's
there are
it.
6 bedrooms and 7
It was,
baths.
they're
There's
saying
a full
4.5
salon,
here.
kitchen. The San Francisco Bay
I'm waiting for
Dream House
aftershocks.
raffle. Grand prize is your dream house in Walnut Creek or $1 million in cash. Get your
Love
tickets
you,
now.
Sugar Cane.
870-7886. That's 87886. Call 800-870.
That's a really helpless feeling when everything is
Coming
just
up on
moving.
KCBS, I'm Liz St. John. More and more kids are needing glasses, and the reason is right in front of their face. Let's head over to the Bay Area Chevy Dealers Sports Desk. Here's Victor Saragosa.
Well, it looks like the bets are pretty hot in Texas for the Oakland A's. They are in Texas against the Rangers for 2 games. Game 1, it started right at the top of the first inning. Really, they wasted no time whatsoever with 2 on base. Dermis Garcia with a home
Yeah,
run
I guess,
to
Brenda,
make it
I've
3-0.
just been in so many earthquakes, I don't have any panic anymore.
Putting in 3 more runs and then 1 more run in the 5th inning to make it 7-2. And that's what we said at the
I'm
moment.
just waiting
A's
for
are
the
up 7-2
news
in
to
the
break.
bottom of the 5th inning. Now the Giants, they are back in action after winning last night against the Atlanta
It says
Braves.
4.4, 3 kilometers north of
It's
Santa
just about
Rosa.
to get
Okay.
underway, so we'll keep you
The
up to
alert
date with
system
that.
came right over
And
my
as far as
phone.
49er news with the injury to the 49ers
Yeah, I'm ready
running
for
back Elijah
aftershocks.
Mitchell, that will have him sidelined
Timothy.
for about 2 months with a sprained MCL. Earlier today, ESPN's Adam Schefter was reporting that the 49ers are signing former Texans running back Marlon Mack to their practice squad.
Did you see? I'm going to have to clip that out
Soon enough, they'll
and
probably move him up to the
show
53-man
that
roster.
shaking in the...
From the sports desk, Victor Saragosa, KCBS.
KCBS Sports Desk sponsored by the Bay Area Chevy Dealers. Visit BayAreaChevroletDealers.com.
A typical morning here in the neighborhood.
Let's hear.
What happened?
I just came to a red light, stopped my car, and it started buckling like a bucking horse. And I thought something was wrong with my engine at first. And then I went, no, this is an earthquake. My background is in geology. So I went, no, this is an earthquake. And then the alarm sounded, and I went, oh, my God, it's a big one. But, it's local, so it was heavy here.
What about people around you? Was there a reaction from other drivers?
No, not that I noticed.
Who needs that dope?
Magnetic tape used in the...
What
I'm kinda
a
wondering if
drama
they actually
queen.
knew what was going on or not.
Well, it's a good question, and all I can tell you is I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you called, and let's hope that there's not a big aftershock, right?
I agree. Stay safe, please, everybody out there.
Bonnie, a blessing on you. Thank you for
Rosie
listening.
wants to, I've told you
Let's
guys,
go
this
to,
is the most
Debbie,
dangerous
calling
place
from
in
Santa Rosa.
America to
Debbie,
live.
welcome to KGL.
Fires, earthquakes, floods.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm coming right back to you. We have Kim on 7. Kim, give me the latest. Kim McAllister, our own Kim McAllister.
Santa Rosa. Debbie, welcome to KGL.
That's the delay. Now I hear you. I hear you very clearly. Go ahead.
So the earthquake was originally a magnitude 4.5. It's been downgraded now to a 4.4, centered near Santa Rosa at 6:39 p.m. But I wanted to tell you something really interesting that happened for the very first time. As I was feeling the shaking, but some people say they got it a few seconds earlier than this, my phone started buzzing.
Yeah.
And it was the earthquake warning system, and it said a major event is happening.
Yeah,
Seek
I got
shelter.
that.
And so that was the first time.
I got that.
On KCBS.
Running out of hot water? Might be time for a new water heater. Visit waterheaters.
That was pretty cool, huh?
Shaking started.
Nobody can
So that
afford
would be
earthquake
something that
insurance
maybe
here.
worked
It's
for the first
ridiculous.
time, as we got this earthquake in the North Bay.
I think that's really important because, well, it goes to show I'm not putting in my plug now for the C. Crane Company, but that's why you want to have a C. Crane radio.
That's why you want to
100%.
be a prepper.
I guess I just put in a plug.
Well, absolutely. On the Sea Crane Radio, they're awesome. But this one popped right up on my phone.
Yeah, mine came right up on the phone.
Came right up.
First time around. I'm used to hurricanes. I told you this is the most dangerous place in America to live.
Second lane from the left. And then we have a crash southbound 880 in Oakland. That's at 29th Avenue now on the right-hand shoulder. You can't miss it. An oversized vehicle and an SUV sitting there. Hayward, we've had several
the end
problems
times,
today,
guys.
mainly in the southbound direction. The latest is a crash just before A Street, blocking at least one lane, second lane from the left there. Your next update at 6:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS. Mancini's Lake Road 6-day
Yeah, they don't even know
forecast.
it's
We have
KCBS
definitely cooled
yet.
down. Here's KPIX 5.
Be giving us all the latest, and I can only tell you thank you. You're Kim on the spot, which is exactly what I expect.
All right, be safe, everybody. Have a great night.
Talk to you later, Kim. Thank you. 2 reports from our own Kim McAllister about the earthquake. Many more of you with comments.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. That warning took no time to come in at all. Right across my
we'll come
phone.
right back with many more of your comments right here on the John Rothman program on KGF.
Put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Right there, baby.
Small chance for a drop or two of rain by Sunday from a very fall-like weather pattern. That's
I've never seen an alert like that. Did you get that, Bobby?
At this point, but
we were sitting here rocking, man.
The weekend. I'm meteorologist Darren Peck with your KCBS KPIX 5 personal
there's
forecast.
the fire
Thank you so much, Darren. We've got traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. KCBS News Time 6:50. We have Bijan Siavoshi at the KCBS editor's desk. Well, studies show that more and more children need glasses.
They're usually less, Craig. They lower in intensity.
Veteran CPA.
Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Train's still running, so that's fine.
Optometry and founder-in-chief of the Myopia Control.
A lot of fire engines running around now.
Yeah, Steve Moskowitz with us. Steve, tell us about ERC.
I like that, John. And it's not my fault either.
Might have a few ruptured gas lines, I don't know. No air. There's no time, Rob.
Employee, and it's a grant, not a loan. And there's 2 ways to get the money. One is real simple. Is your gross revenue below a certain number? Yes or no, black and white, nothing to think about. But a lot of advisors, a lot of CPAs are saying, that's it. If you don't have that, no ERC for you. Wrong.
Bert will be like, God, what the hell was that?
Either or. The other one's facts and circumstances.
Your first line of defense to keep the COVID Grinch from stealing your holidays, says the University of Minnesota Medical School Director of Pediatric and Infectious Diseases, Dr. Mark Schleiff.
Not me, PC. This is just too dangerous a place to live.
We are seeing
too dangerous from fires, too dangerous from earthquakes. I mean, we're right on the San Andreas Fault, man. I could get swallowed up one day.
Speaking on KCBS's Ask an Expert, Schleiff says you also
shake for the earthquake. Yeah, I will, Shemay.
Or if you're getting together with family members who are at high risk for serious illness from COVID. Asking
ITCLLP.com or that magic number 1-888-PAC-STEEL. Let me tell you, in this case, if you don't call, it's your fault. Steve, thanks.
Yeah. Melissa Colross, KCBS. Well, we're getting word that the North Bay has been jolted by an earthquake. It happened about 20 minutes ago. The United States Geological Survey says it was 4.4. We've been getting calls from numerous locations around the North Bay from listeners who felt the quake. So far, no significant damage reported. Keep it tuned.
Tune, baby.
The very latest. Well, the annual college rankings report is now available. Timely insights into today's market situation and learn steps to consider now. Are you making the right financial moves? What could you be doing differently? Don't miss this important virtual event. Join Edelman Financial.
What am I, a geophysicist? What the hell? What the hell do I know?
And your wealth. Hosted by Gene Chatsky on Tuesday, September 20th at 2 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern. There's no cost to attend and no obligation. Register now at planefe.com. That's planefe.com. Edelman Financial Engine. From here forward.
Replacing your windows and doors can be life-changing. Inspiring you to live a healthy, happy life. It's never been easier. Marvin Windows and Doors bring in daylight and
hold on a minute, guys.
blending the indoors with the outdoors, so you're always connected to nature. They're designed for life, with an inspiring range of options to create the look you want and the lasting quality you need. Your local independent.
I got to make sure no roads are buckled or anything.
About window and door replacement. Our local specialists help you plan your project and select the right products for your needs. You'll always know what you're getting with a detailed proposal to make the whole
Yeah.
process easier. If you're ready to transform your space with windows and doors you love, schedule your free
I'm
consultation.
okay. I'm used to earthquakes. Look at all these people hanging around outside bullshitting and talking.
ReplacementMadeEasy.com.
Dynamic Determination. Project Empowerment, the Power of Us, with host Shelley Stinson.
Our new podcast supports Black trans and Black cisgender women 50 plus. Our goal is to guide and empower women to realize we have the power to heal ourselves and each other.
Kitchen Stadium's very flexible.
We're gonna spill the tea and it might
Yeah, I
be
hate to go under any overpasses right now. These sons of bitches could come right down on me.
this Saturday, 7 to 8 p.m.
Let's see if the hood sustained any damage.
You promised no text dance.
It's my mother. Something about an end of summer sale.
Oh, where?
S&G Carpet.
S&G Carpet's having an end of summer sale?
S&G.
And news for bakers and pancake lovers.
We are going home.
But I ordered room service.
Room service.
Come on in.
S&G Carpet.
Roasted peanuts.
The quality carpet
Summer sale and we can get
people.
30% off new flooring. We are out of here.
Up to 30% off at S&G is a great deal.
I know. It's our end of summer sale.
Put down the peanuts. We means you and me.
Hurry into an S&G.
As long as the towers of doom are standing, we're still good.
Waterproof floor, hardwood, and laminate during their end of summer sale. Plus, get their no surprise guarantee and promise to beat any written estimate by 10%.
S&G. The quality carpet people.
Showroom come to you.
Now, back to John Robbins on KGO 810.
John Rothman with you right here on KGO. I want to thank Kim McAllister again. She was just great. So many of you calling. Let me go to Debbie calling from Santa Rosa. And Debbie, thank you for holding on. Thank you for being patient. Go for it.
I got the alert while the shaking was going on.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. Me
It
too.
was a darn great shake. Here it was more, shaking than rolling.
Okay.
And then two things fell off shelves. But people say they didn't feel it. I don't know how they could miss it.
Yeah, you
But
couldn't miss
you're
that
okay,
one, baby.
and that's what matters.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, my dog's a little freaked out, but everything's good to go.
All right, and thank you so much for
Quality
holding on. I
carpet
appreciate it very much.
people.
Let me go to Robert calling from Santa Rosa. Robert, welcome to KGO.
Hi, John. Thank you for taking my call. Yes, like Debbie, I got two very shakes, very pronounced. But the absurdity of the announcement that I got through through my phone was that it happened, like Debbie said, it was while it was shaking. And I was under the impression that the technology was to be able to forewarn by maybe a minute and a half.
Are you kidding, man?
To prepare
You're an
people
idiot.
that it was going to happen. It was kind of surreal that we were getting this message
What a
via
clown.
phone while we were going through the shake.
Yeah, well, really, dude? Let's see if Bird is a survivor. Let's see if he mentions it. Bird's kind of in his own world. That might have gone without notice. Right. See, we see any more cracking here? Yeah, that 4.4 though, Bobby. Woo! You have to go back to August of 2014 when we had a 5.6 or something. I did a morning chooch. Rancho hit with massive earthquake. Let's see if Bird says anything. Do 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 do. Ooh. How's it going, bird? Nothing. Didn't feel nothing. Ooh. That's our bird.
Rosie, did you feel the earthquake?
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the van. The van was...
And the aftershock.
Yeah.
Aftershock?
How strong was it there? You really felt it? Huh?
Yeah.
I was checking, see if the earth opened.
They said it was
4.4.
something, yeah, not far from here.
Yeah, 2 miles away, 2 kilometers. We were almost right on top of it, Bert. Sure hope we might have a problem here. Might have some leakage there. The hell are these dopes doing?
Rosie, I see you dug a hole, but
I had a leak back there.
you dug it out and fixed it?
Yeah, now I got another one over here.
And what is it, the irrigation?
Yeah, the water lines underneath. Yeah, bird, they just suck. You know, they get old. And see over here?
Yeah, I see it.
Another one here. I had one over here. I had 2 at the same time. So, but the well's running good. That's all I care about. So, it's not running like crazy anymore. So,
Yeah.
you ever hear that? Just cut that circuit breaker in the number 4 on the panel. Make sure it goes off.
Rosie, you know Roger Waters playing.
Yeah, yeah.
He was playing at the
Yeah.
end of the month.
So you saw I had this over here. Yeah, I was observing,
Yeah.
making sure that that leak didn't that it really did stop here before I covered it up.
So you fixed it? You got it covered
Yeah, I
up?
got it fixed. Yeah. Yeah, it's been about a week or so now. I don't cover it up real quick, but
I could put cover
you got
up.
the energy covered up, man.
My plant needs some dirt.
Yeah, go for it.
Got a new planter.
Do it up, bird. Like you don't get enough exercise all day, right?
More like dirt.
Yeah,
More
we.
like mud. Or
Yeah,
clay.
we were kind of wondering if
Or
you would
something
feel.
weird.
We were kind of wondering if you'd feel the earthquake.
Dirt. Yeah, the earth, it was shaking. It was
I'm all shook up. Oh, 4.4 today. This is one rockin' town, man. I tell you guys. I feel the band. Okay, good night, babe. Love you. Make sure our fence is still standing. Oh, it's a lot of shit to take care of here. Yeah, we're still standing. That's our emergency breakaways there. The fig tree with no figs, which probably is having rattlesnakes in here. Do 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 do. Oh, I don't like fig trees. Ah. This bird working away, doing it up. Hey JR, usually you don't have, usually you don't get a series of them here. You just get one that just kind of resettles the plates a little bit. Because that's really the biggest one I've had here since 2014. Thank you, Blackbird. Do 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 do. Yep, Santa Rosa, Earthquake Central. So I'm not seeing any damage. This rode through the '69 earthquake with no problem. This place, so I don't see any of my concrete buckled or snapped here. So yeah, they're turning. We're gonna get ready to harvest some persimmons soon. Look at this crap again, grew. Wow. A nightmare. Do 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 do. Radios should be fine. Most of them I have suction cups in front. I have you know, these things to keep things from coming forward. I need some new ones. I got to go get some more. A lot of them have gone bye-bye over time, but these keep these things from sliding. This was specifically designed to protect against earthquakes here. The fabled wall of sound. Yeah, the equipment's fine. It would probably take about a 6.0, which is probably 4 times the magnitude, to do a lot of damage. Yep, love it all. I got more videos coming up. I love the Fishers. These are the end times. Make sure this thing's going to stay on. We're only 37%. Well, Bird, your first NorCal earthquake.
Yeah. I'm from Southern Cal.
Yep.
Meanwhile, everyone's having powwows outside. You go right back. Sometimes everything's fine.
Yeah, for shits and giggles, you can go back, just put earthquake in my search box for my videos, and you'll see the August of 2014. Oh. I don't know, they might come into the chat. Do 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 do. Let me just check my messages here. Do do do. All right, no calls or anything. Do 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 do. Are we plugged in or not? Change the title of the stream and the quake. Yeah, I will. think probably some clip channels will put it up. Do 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 do. Yeah, let's change that baby. Do do do. Do 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 do. Yeah, you guys lived right through it. Let's see. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, there we go. Earthquake rocks Santa Rosa. It was big. It was big, man. I'll have to go back and review the footage. How's that title? Earthquake rocks Santa Rosa. Oh, hey Madowix. Things are built to such a high standard these days. That's weird, Ronnie. Yeah, maybe you've locked your phone or something. Oh, thank you, Susie. Good to see you. You see Ronnie's comment? Next time there's an earthquake on video, you can pretend to be scared. Ronnie, when I was in school, they called me Ice. Because while everybody else would be in a panic mode and stuff, I was like always really chill. You came to check on because of the earthquake? Yeah, are we going to make national news again? Yeah, shooting free throws in basketball. Ice. Dr. Ice. Do 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 do. Let's see. www.pressdemocrat.com. Let's see if they have anything. .40 p.m. I was shaking, man. My boobs were all over the place when this thing was going on. The girls were flying all over the place. Wow, bomb squad? You kidding me? Nothing on the national here. Ooh, ooh. No breaking news. Let's see, www. Do. Well, no breaking news. Well, that's all right. There we go. Good night, Brenda. Have a great one, sweetie. Thank you. Ooh, I'm gonna knock myself out one day with this boobage, I know. Ooh. We're right on the ring of fire, the Pacific Plate. We're always rocking and rolling. Oh, you felt it in Napa, Catherine? Wow. That was a deep earthquake. If you get the surface ones, then things are like jerking. That's much more damaging. I'm rocking and rolling. Let me see something here. I don't know. Must have been on the other channel or something. Yeah, we're on the Santa Ana. We're on an offshoot. I'm doing good, Scottish. Yeah, that's about 3 miles underground. Let's make sure I'm not missing any messages. Yep, Blackbird's fine. Let me see something here. Doo-doo. Boo boo doo 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 doo. Look at that, just so you guys don't think I'm not on top of it. Six months ago. Do 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 do. Hey Angus, I'm still alive. You gotta always hope that's not part of a bigger event that's coming. That happens sometimes. Do do ooh 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 ooh. Do 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 do. Ooh ooh ooh. I wanna smack you in the groin. Ooh 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 ooh. Mm-mm. I'll have to clip that out when the van was rocking, right? The van was a rocking. Do 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 do. Oh, hey Tony. Yeah, turn that into a short. That's what I'm gonna do. But I've been through so many earthquakes in my life in Asia, here. No such number. Oh, let's just say you want me around when the shit hits the fan. Sure, Vehicle Radical filmed it, just sent to local news. There's a lot of emergency vehicles running around now. Yeah, you can, Ronnie. I can clip things out on Prism. There might be a couple fires around the city. I don't know. I don't think there's any real damage here. But as far as earthquake insurance, it's too expensive here. You still have to pay the first 15% on most. No, I don't think anything is going to fall into the ocean, Bunny. Much as people wanted to. I think I'm probably too far inland. If we start to slide, who knows, honey? I might be swimming. We'll probably go off the air. I don't know. It could disrupt the show. It sounds like a Republican dream. California slides off into the ocean. There's a lot of emergency vehicles around. Well, let me tell you, guitar, if I sing, I'll float. But I can tell you what. The 39-minute mark, okay. That's cool. Let me back this up a bit here. Let's see. Oh. I don't know where it is from the beginning because I'm like 2 hours and 13 minutes in. It's definitely a disconcerting feeling, Bunny, because it's a feeling that you're not used to ever having in your life. And it takes some getting used to. It's a time in your life where you feel like you have absolutely no control over your environment. Because the ground is moving and you don't know whether you should move left, right, forward, backwards. You don't know whether you should run out of the building, stay in the building. You got no idea what the hell you should do. It is a very helpless feeling. And it's more helpless when you're on the top in Taipei and on the top of an 80-story building that's swaying 1.5 feet each way. One good jolt sets up a harmonic motion that just, right? Well, June's like, I don't want no part of no stinking earthquake. Yeah, I don't blame you. I knew immediately what was going on, and then the thing flashed across my phone, earthquake. Immediately moved to unsheltered areas. Ever hear rabbits screaming? No. Typhoon predicted to make a direct hit on Shanghai tomorrow. Jeez. I don't know. Hey, Jennifer, I don't know how much more China can take in the way of climatological, meteorological disasters. Hey, Mick, I mean, typhoons are serious business in the Pacific. They'll put up the number 8 storm signal. Draw pics of the damage. Oh, I knew immediately. Caught in camera, we could see you shaking. Yeah, I wish I could see going back from the current time, but I'll clip that out. Any place on the ring of fire, Robin, on the Pacific plate here. Yeah, our poor world, exactly. It ain't no joke. Oh man, bro, are you kidding me? Wow, Sinead in Parker Hill. Okay. Sinead wasn't that far from me. That's up where that insane asylum is, up there on the hill, the old insane asylum. That's pretty wild. I don't the old insane asylum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. La da da do do. We might have another one strike while we're here tonight. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's up on the hill there. That's a lot of rich people. Hey, Julia. Yeah, we got shook, didn't we? Yeah, all good here. I couldn't see any damage or anything. I mean, this place rode through the '69 earthquake, so they leveled the county building downtown. So I think we're probably okay. Yeah, hide under the table. We'll just have to see what we get in the way of aftershocks. Just have to wait and see. Come and knock on my door. Yeah, I've been waiting to meet Julie. I haven't met her yet. She had an open invitation to come to the rancho. Ooh, I don't know whether I get a sandwich. I think I probably saved some of my tomato plants, although I don't know. Right, that could be what they call a foreshock though, Paul. I could be there at 4 a.m. and this shit's rattling like I got trees falling over, redwoods coming in on me. You just don't know. The Regal Beagle. Turn that down just a tad, would you, Bird?
What?
Could you turn that down just a tad? Okay. Just a little bit. You don't have to turn it down all the way, just a tiny bit. Okay? Oh, yeah, come on, pop on by. Have a brew. Hey, Moonchild, what's going on? Back from Doggy Choo-Choo. Yeah, I didn't feel like bike riding tonight. The earth shakes again, I'm running over. Yeah, we really haven't had a big shaker since 2014 here. I didn't really get flustered. Around 4740 on your timeline. Let's see, 4740. Let's see. Yeah, somebody made a donation, right? Let's see if we can see. See, Brenda tipped during the event, I think. I'm still young, baby. Just before the donation, let me see if I can target it in first. I don't know, it's hard to do it when you're live. It's really hard. You can see your head moving compared. Oh, thank you, Julia. Oh yeah, I moved the van now. Yeah, I start to look around. Like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, I see it. Oh, it'll be a YouTube short. I'll cut it out tomorrow. Don't worry. Historic moments. This magic moment. Ooh, hey Barry. So different and so new. Ooh, forever till the end of time. Whoa, time. Woo. Do sweeter than wine. YouTube short. Santa Rosa rocked by earthquake. My instinct was to just move away from that building in case it came crumbling down. It wouldn't bury me in old block. Shake, rattle, and roll, Paul. I said shake, rattle, and roll. I said shake. It's on your stream about 3 minutes after the man in the purple shirt. Okay, Sharon. I've kind of identified it. I'll find it out. Not many people were ever live when an earthquake hits, you know. Do 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 do. Yeah, could you imagine the earthquake in New York City? Holy hell! Yeah, it's an old building, 1904 or whatever. Well, I don't know if it's a safe spot or not, PC. I don't know. But I move out into the open as just a matter of course. I don't hang around the where it is. Talking about weather and hurricanes right when it hit. That's right, Sarah Kate. Because it's symbolic of the end times. That's what it is. Mama Crow. Yeah, they didn't like the earthquake. The crows did not like the earthquake. They're like, are you kidding me? Like, really? Do, 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 do. Yeah, I can open the box tonight, Sharon. Let's do it up, honey. Do, 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 do. I was waiting for somebody to tell me. Ooh. We got a gift for you from Sharon. Ooh. Sharon, you didn't. Oh, wow. Isn't that beautiful? From Etsy. Look at this, guys. Another beautiful Native American inspired handmade. Say hello to my new favorite mug. How beautiful. Is that not amazing? Wow, that is beautiful. And that helps support. It's from Gone Girl Designs on Etsy. That's beautiful. Wow. That is amazing, Sharon. So thoughtful. Most everything. She sent so much stuff here, decorations, and she does so much to support the channel. And she knew I was heartbroken when my from Burlington, Washington, the Indian tribal shop there. I found the beautiful mug, and I went to sit it down. It was off the edge of the table, and it broke it. I was very saddened. So this really cheers me up, because I love Native American designs. Yeah, that's the way Sharon is. She's such a sweetheart. She is so thoughtful. So many decorations we have here. Sarah Kate. I'll be back in a second. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I can't believe how beautiful the front lawn looks. So nice. So nice. So nice. Yeah, I've been through a pretty big one here. Thank you, Hobotron. Yes, Terry, I was live when the van was shaking. I knew immediately we had an earthquake. I took steps to secure my safety by moving away from any close buildings. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I think he probably got it. Hey, Blackbird. I've got Nino in my chat. Did you get that crow from her to hang up?
Oh, I can't look. I was waiting because I wanted to.
Yeah, she's over here now. So.
Okay, hold on. Look, I've been waiting.
She was just wondering if you got it or.
Yes, I wanted to open it.
Oh, well, thank you, Nino. You're sweet.
I don't want God to give me a hard time. I didn't do anything.
No, Nino is happy that you have it.
Okay, good.
Bird's opening it up. Here he comes, Bird. Have a seat for a minute.
All right.
I'm putting you in the guest seat tonight. After you survived the earthquake and everything tonight.
Oh, that was great. Like, I feel the earth move
under my feet.
Right?
That was it. There it is. We had a debate whether you would have felt it or not. We're like,
right, check this out. Mama Crow. Yeah, Mama Crow. Yes, thank you so much.
Hey,
Look,
Dave.
I'm going to hang it over my bed.
Oh, wow, look at that.
I have a,
oh, that's cool.
I have a,
yeah, you can actually hang it up on this.
a dream catcher.
Look at that. Did you see the front of it?
Yeah, isn't that cool? Love that. Thank you so much. That's so cool.
That is really wild.
That's awesome.
You can hang that right up on the string in the back there, Bird.
It's almost like Spy versus Spy.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
It is like Mad Magazine shit.
Yeah.
Look at the hat on it. Isn't that cool?
It's great.
The way that it
Love
is.
it.
Yeah, let me get that on camera a little bit more here.
Yes, thank you so much. Wow.
Look at the way that actually hangs.
Oh, I hang it. Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you can probably adjust it a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Oh, isn't that cool?
Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
That's from Nino in Canada there.
Nino, thank you so much.
He is. He loves you.
Loving you.
Yeah.
Yes. Mama Crow, look.
Yeah, it does look like Spy versus Spy, doesn't it? So. Don't worry, Bird will be back live streaming soon. He's just taking some me time to just chill out.
Just chilling out.
End of summer.
Yes.
Get ready for the fall season to kick off.
Oh, that's right. Let's see.
Bird live the fall season. All right, that's pretty awesome, huh?
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. Isn't that wonderful?
Thank you, Nino from Canada. That was very wonderful that she sent. She was thoughtful and thought of you too. You know, it's just
yes.
that she sent me.
I'm gonna hang it up. Right. We're gonna clean up, and we can put.
Isn't that awesome? You pop that thing against the wall. That's gonna look really good.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, Bird. There you go.
Thank you, Nino. Loving you so much.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful night, everyone.
And by the way, that's a Canadian crow.
Yes. That's wonderful. Love it. Right. Good night, everyone.
All right, Bird. Awesome. Let's see. Dutch fire fully closes Interstate 80 to Tahoe. Triggers evacuations. Well, mosquito fire explodes again, triggers rash of new evacuations. Well, here we go. Magnitude 4.4 shakes California's wine country. Yes. Located right underneath of my ass, man. Ooh. He is a lot healthier. This stability in life and having a job that he enjoys and having a job where the people actually like the work he does, and you know, they're wrapping up one site and they're going to be moving on to another, and you better believe they want to take him along to it. Hey Cindy, how are you, sweetie? They definitely want him to be a part of that because he shows up for work every single day. He never complains for anything. Yep, Cindy, we had a 4.4, honey. We were rolling in the van. First time I've ever been live during an earthquake. Somebody said, next time, Rosie, could you at least act a little scared? It's like, really? What do you want me to do? Put on a show? It's going to take a bigger quake than that to get me rocking. Yeah, if the rascals are rocking, don't come a knocking, man. Let's see, the Orioles won tonight. Man, that crypto, what a day, down $2,000. Shit. I don't hear any sirens, so I'm imagining everything's okay. I hope it's not a precursor. Sometimes you get a small earthquake and then a big one follows on top of it. Like a, like a 6.8, 7.2 or something. Which is like exponentially like 16 times larger. Yeah, don't pee your pants. Honey, I'm the coolest, I'm the chillest person you want around. When the shit hits the fan, you want the Rosa girl in your side. I'm so happy he wasn't a ghost again. Ooh, you never know. You never know. But I think no kind of earthquake would take down Kitchen Stadium because it's too flexible. It can move too much. With the wind's not going to be any harsher than, an earthquake's not going to be any more forceful than the wind here. So I don't think that would ever have a problem. Hey Darla, how are you? All the wine is still on the shelves. Yeah. I would think it would be here, Catherine, because we didn't have, you can have two kinds of earthquakes. You can have like just a generalized shaking like we had, or you can have one that's closer to the surface, that's very sharp and jolty. That's the kind that knocks shit off the shelf. Right? There might be a one around, Ronnie. I'm probably the only person that was live when the earthquake hit. Oof. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, don't get your balls in an uproar, man. I get it. That's it. Do, 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 do. Well, we've had them up here too before, Paul. The 1906. Nothing in Southern California will ever hold a candle to that one. The wine was gushing out on the wall. Yeah. Oh, nice, Julia. Just depends how far below the surface it is. This one just kind of shook everything. Well, it's a good thing to sleep in out in the open. What's up, Magda? How you doing tonight? Guess I'll probably just have a. I don't know if I want to cook up pasta. I've been enjoying the sandwiches. I don't know if I have any more tomatoes. Really tired, but good. Let me see if I got any tomatoes. Where's baby sock? I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. They were frolicking in the chair over there.
Oh, really? Yeah, Spawn comes in the morning.
All the lights were on. It was crazy. Yeah, they were all jumping in the towel over there and everything. Ooh. I've told people before, this is the most dangerous place in America to live here. between fires and earthquakes, flooding. Crazy. Yeah, Bird was sitting here to show the gift that Nino had sent. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But I do believe if you live out here, you get kind of used to earthquakes. I don't want to say used to, like they're just nothing, but right? Nobody can afford earthquake insurance here. It's too much. So this place isn't that crazy well built. It'd be easier to just bulldoze everything to the ground and carry it away in a roll-off dumpster and just start over again. Yeah, you'd fit right in NorCal, Magda. They would absolutely love you in Berkeley, honey. You would be the cock of the walk down there. They would love you. They would say, man, that's our kind of gal. No, I can't. I had earthquake insurance for like 2 years, Paul, and it got so crazy expensive. Plus, they're only going to, you're responsible for the first 15% of coverage deductible. What use is that? It was just useless as tits on a bull. You know, I could understand $1,000, $5,000 deductible. What about you get up to $50,000? Oh wow, Catherine, that's terrible. I tell you, take steps to protect yourself. I think tomorrow I'm going over to gonna make my appointment to get fingerprinted. Northridge, that one in a shoebox, most intense. I got a feeling. My favorite comment was, Rosie, next time could you at least act a little scared? You're not going to be really super scared if you're in a vehicle just sitting still. Oh, Crow, it could take up to 120 days. Which I don't care. I'm far along in the process now. I'm already... No, I'm not, Magda. I have no reason to take anybody to court. If you saw my YouTube shorts a couple days ago, they've already conditionally approved me. Oh no, wine country, no, 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 no. No way. Yeah, 7.5 kilometers. I would much rather live in tornado and hurricane country than earthquake country. With a tornado, with a hurricane, you get so much warning. With an earthquake, it is right on top of you immediately. Oh, you're fine, Magda. You can't be everywhere at all times. I'm not like that, honey. I don't own any women in here. I wish I did.
Rosie, you took your American flag down?
It was frayed. I have to properly figure out how.
You get a new one.
I'm gonna get a new one.
I can help you, right?
I'm gonna get a new one. Yeah. We can have a raising party out there, Bert.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yes. So I have it wrapped up and folded, but I have to figure out how to properly dispose of it. I wish, Magda, I wish I had my stable of fillies. Yeah, you just can't predict earthquakes. And one starts, you don't know how big it's going to be. You don't know how some of these ones in Japan go over 1 minute and 10 seconds. Count that off sometime. 1001, 1002, and then try that. 6:39 p.m. That's it, Elmer. Oh yeah, okay, Justin, that's good. Hey, Keezy. Oh, it's not Julie. I'd wait, honey. You sure as hell don't want to be buying anything right now. I love Pellegrino. Hey, boss. The blood orange and the black raspberry is great. But only if I can get it on special. Do-do-do-do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Pardon me. It sounds like a song. If Yellowstone ever blows, I will come find you. I've had LaCroix. I don't run. My favorite is Perrier, and then San Pellegrino. Really good. Their flavors are amazing. Their lemon limonada. Wow. Limonada is amazing. Yeah, I enjoy, especially Perrier is very bubbly. It's Graying. All right, you all talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to get my sandwich. I'm sure that there's gas leaks around. What's shaking, Renee? My ass was shaking. That's what's shaking. My ass was shaking like a bowl of Jell-O. I don't smell any gas, so I'm assuming we're all right. Right. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm waiting for the Rancho to come tumbling down one day. And I just walk away. The end of the line, the fabled Rancho. That shit is insane. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Do-do-do-do-do. In the morning, I'll tell you in the evening. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All over this land. Don't be a slob. Oh. Trick is, if you want a tomato to stay on your sandwich, you got to slice it really thin. This is where a serrated knife comes in beautifully. You could tell Gordon Ramsay to kiss my arse. Go. Tomato quality is not good right now because of that heat wave. That heat wave messed everything up. Everything's coming up. You'll be swell. Do, 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 do. I can tell everything's coming up roses for you and for me. Do 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 da da do. Everything's coming up roses. And for you, I ain't washing off anything. How you like that? Ooh, Bobby looked fine. You should hope to look so good, Winter Storm. I doubt you will, but you should hope to look as good. Do do do. What? Since we'll never see you on camera, we'll never know, right? It's what we call a keyboard warrior. Clear the decks, light the lights. We got nothing hit but the heights. You just don't have a good musical anymore. That's your basic problem in America. America is starving for a musical. Do do do. Busby Berkeley, Rogers and Hammerstein, Rogers and Hart, Oklahoma, where the winds come sweeping down the plain. Oklahoma, okay. Yeah, Jerome Kern. Memories all alone in the morning. Damn crow! The cats were out there at 4:30 frolicking on my sunning lounge. Everything. Woke degrees. Magda, I'll tell you, I love your sense of humor. It's what I call a high intellectual. You know, it's not community college level, you know what I'm saying? Do do do, ba ba do, la de do 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 do. There's nothing basic or pedestrian about Magda. She's on a higher intellectual plane, not the plane of doom. Do do do. Do do do. Oh, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Do 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 do. Sweet Adeline, my Adeline. The old 1890s barbershop quartet. Are there any more pretty ladies? There are a few. We're having some hickory smoked white turkey here. We're all being doomed to mediocrity. It's like Amadeus, so Magda, we celebrate the mediocrities. I love that ending of Amadeus. They're celebrating the mediocrity of the world. F. Murray Abraham. Yeah, it used to be a lot of musicals, but the world was much more simple then. Now it's a dog-eat-dog world, and we're wearing milk-bone underwear. Everything's coming up roses, like the lights. La la la. You just don't have an Ethel Merman anymore, you know? Or like a Kate Smith. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. God, through the dark days of the early days of World War II. People didn't know if Japanese were going to be marching up their front streets or not. And then there was the glorious sounds of Kate Smith. I love Rosalind Russell. You'll be swell. Gypsy. Rosalind Russell was very underrated. Yeah, Tom Hulce was amazing in that. Yep, we're wearing milk-bone underwear. What's up, Dave? God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside and guide. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. Oh, she was good. I thought she was more talented than Betty Davis. She could sing, she could do it all. From the mountains through the oceans white with foam. I hope the boss isn't here. He gets pissed. You need a hot meal. Little does he know we survived an earthquake. Do-do-do. Everything's coming up roses. Man, I can't wait to get back to Vegas. Somebody squawking back there. Do. You've been grilling too much lately? What have you been grilling? Brats? It's a beautiful time of year to be in Vegas, Justin. Julie, don't tease me. I've been trying to meet you for years. Do. La da do. I can tell. Yeah, it's kitschy, you know what I mean? It is, but there's some great stories to be told there. And more than that, the road to $1 million winds through Las Vegas. Well, that's nice, boss. She does pretty good when she's not trying to take over your house. Magda, just put Carson City in my search box, put Reno in. You'll see it all, honey. If you can think of it, I've done it. Good night, Slugbug. Good night, honey. Bird's doing okay. I love it when two IBEW brothers get together. Hello, Jan. Baby socks. I was up at 4:30 today. The little baby cats were frolicking in the chair over there. Yeah, I hope to be there the following week. Right now I got to go to Vegas Thursday. Get my final certification forever. Then I hope I can hang out with Kev. No, you know, Hobotron, after things collapse and they're really cheap, then I'll get a really cheap place in Vegas. Because the road to $1 million goes through Las Vegas. And even though I won't be live Thursday night for Vegas Rosie, I will record the show. Man, I traveled through the pandemic. I mean, whoa, I was just on the road constantly. But I was in a bubble, LA, Vegas, Santa Rosa. Doo-doo-doo. Boss would rebel if somebody put a sandwich down in front of him for dinner. Cindy, it was something, honey, and I was live while it was going on. I'm going to have to clip it out as a short for tomorrow. How was it up in Windsor? It was about 3 miles deep. Bird, I haven't really felt any aftershocks, huh?
I felt one like a minute after.
Yeah.
Did you feel it?
Yeah. I was in the van and the van was shaking.
So yeah, you can feel it. It rocked a little bit. The aftershock seemed longer because it kind of rolled a little longer.
Sandwich is beautiful. I was about right over top of it, Cindy. The big one could be next week, or it could be 150,000 years from now. In my opinion, the Great San Francisco earthquake of 1906 was so big that it relieved hundreds of thousands of years of pressure build up there. And I don't think the big one's going to come for 100,000 years. That's my thought. If the big one comes, I'll cut over to recorded content. There's nothing you can do. That's what I'm saying. Other people are like, oh, I'd rather be in a hurricane or tornado. Well, man, you can usually get time to get the hell out of there. I got the warning on the phone 30 seconds after the earthquake is already shaking me. I mean, what the hell? I mean, the problem is when an earthquake hits, it's here and now. Not quite yet, Carlo. We're moving that way. All these dopes on these bikes. You'll be swell. Da da do. La da do 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 do. Everything's coming up roses. We're on a rock hurtling through space. Destination unknown. 4.4 magnitude. And I was live. I'm gonna clip it out and make a YouTube short. Not many people live when an earthquake's happening. Yeah, today, Magda. Carlos, if a 10.9 hits, the earth splits in two. Jesus, 10.9. That's like exponentially 50 times bigger than what hit today. Magda, I was live when the earthquake hit. I was in the van, and the van was like... I was down at Railroad Square by the train station. I put it in drive and moved away from the building just in case the building came down. It wouldn't have all that old stone fall down on me. Right down at Railroad Square. Yes, logarithmic. It's not a linear progression, it's an exponential progression. In other words, a 6.4 compared to a 4.4 is probably, I think, 8 times the magnitude, so it's a lot. So it's not a linear progression. Yeah, beautiful. I've seen a few pictures from the telescope. Well, I don't know, Magda. They had like the 1920 Canton earthquake in China that destroyed all the measuring machines. And like something crazy, like 100,000 people died or something. With the huge population of China, it was just inevitable that tens of thousands of people would die. I think it was like 1910, the Canton earthquake. It broke the machines. They couldn't even measure it. Yeah, each unit is 10 times the number before it. Yeah. So it's a very large exponential magnitude, but most people can't wrap their head around exponential magnitude. So Gansu province, that's it. The 1920 Haoyuan. There was another one, Kwantung. I think it was 1910 or something. My house was destroyed, the house next to me. Yeah, thousands of people died. They don't even keep records in China. If you were a peasant, it didn't matter. They didn't do censuses of people. If you were a peasant, it didn't matter. Close to 8.5, but they had no way to measure it, Magda, because all the machines, you know, it was early days. And all the stone construction of mud huts and shit in China, which meant thousands of people's houses just collapsed on top of them. Their hovels. And it's not like there was emergency services to come and dig them out. You just had your paws to get in there. That was insane, Hobotron. It was in Japan too. That was even worse. I put up a clip on my my community tab about that. It's terrible. Hey, Kenny. Do, do, do. Yeah, the 1923 Canto or whatever it was. There might have been one in ancient times. I don't remember. Something like killed tens of thousands of people. Good night, Kaylee. Climate change sucks, but you know what doesn't, Kaylee? Wisconsin brats. That's what doesn't suck. All right. Look on the bright side of shit. Everything's coming up roses. That's what doesn't suck, babe. Kenny, how you been? I'm LA down and bound on Thursday. I hope Kev gets back to me. See if we're gonna hang around in K-Town, have some chicken in a bag, drink some brew, and get down to the Cecil Hotel again. I've had so many people request, please update the Cecil. What's going on? Do do do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do, 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 do. Me and for you. I don't know. They rank earthquakes in terms of deadliness and the number of people that were killed. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do do do. Ooh. Yes. Wow. That's insane, man. Are you kidding me? Shaanxi province in China, 1556, magnitude 8. 830,000 people died. Holy shit. Antakya, Turkey, 260,000 people. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, 2010, magnitude 7, 316,000 people died. Tangshan earthquake, 1976, 242,000 people died in China. Phew. That's some shocking shit. Shaanxi, China, 1556, 830,000 people. Can you imagine that? Wow. Oh, thank you, JR. Thank you. Yeah, just, yeah, please do it up. I appreciate the support. It helps defray the cost of travel. Thank you, JR. I'm lucky I have 2 sponsors so far. Yeah, 800,000 people, bro. Do. Yeah, why wouldn't I enjoy it? Yeah, the buildings in that time could not sustain it. They were just made of pressed brick and mud and with a few million less peasants, plus or minus. Hey, Dari D. It's not like anybody's keeping track, right? Do. Don't be jealous, boss, because it didn't happen in your area. What a night. Oh, what a night. We live on the Pacific Plate here, the Ring of Fire. We fell down that burning ring of fire. Burn, burn, burn. Ring of fire. Do-do-do. Oh, do-do-do. Bo-bo-bo-boo. You got to know where the shit's going to hit the fan. But I've never seen anybody leave the state because of earthquakes. I have seen people move because of wildfires. They just, like, they can't psychologically take another year of packing up their shit and coming back and seeing their home burned to the ground. Boo, 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 boo. As we're coming into fire season now. Mid-October, mid-September to mid-October. The Great Santa Rosa fire was October 9th and 10th, 2017. Is there a safe place in the nuclear? I think places like, you know, I don't really know, Magda. You know what I mean? I mean, there's places in Colorado that there's so many high mountains and things that nuclear fallout would be your biggest issue, but nothing in a blast. I think that they said Montana would be, Montana or Idaho would be the safest places. Yeah, Elmer, well, you got Kilauea out there, the volcano which rumbles and shakes. So I've always told people this is the most dangerous place to live in America here. Earthquakes, fires, floods. Who's the hoe? Yeah, I think we're okay, Ducky. I had one crack from 1969, but I put a Simpson foundation plate on it, a tie plate. You didn't need to, but I did. I had my inspector go down and put some Simpson strong tie on it. Oh, well, thank you, Nino. I've always had a passion for history, particularly from 1880s on in the U.S. So the fires were just terrible. All the major cities were destroyed. Really? I think Oregon would be fine, Julia. I have considered, I mean, if stuff gets cheap, I don't know. I could see myself living part year in Vegas, but I don't think I could ever leave California. You guys gotta understand. I came from the streets of Baltimore where it was just. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. Life was just you know, if you've never grown up in a city and just everything just crushed in on you and. Coming out here, it was just like, wow, the can-do spirit of California, the innovativeness, the number of Nobel Prizes that Berkeley has won and Nobel Prizes that Stanford has won. They so far eclipse the rest of the nation in terms of innovation and discovery here. I really like that. Caltech, UCLA, Olympic medals, and I mean, this state has really got a lot of good shit. This state is a very, very complicated, and it kicks money into the rest of the United States. We're a donor state for America. There's 30 states that just suck down money from the donor states. The Nobel Prize in Literature. Literature. I mean, you got universities here that discovered things on the periodic table of the elements. Berkeleum. Yeah, it was tough, Nino. You learned to be a survivor. You learned to fight. You learned to feather your left and boom, come in and rabbit punch. Yeah. It wasn't no joke. Riots. Salmon Rushdie. Yeah, well, he's alive. It's hard to live life with a target on your back. Because, you know, Magda, say what you will about Islam. There's a branch of radical Islam that will just lay down lives like this to accomplish their means. We were safe here, but I lost my drums in band in Rincon Valley. Okay, D, send it to my Gmail. Camping. Yeah, but Ducky, you know, do you think I can survive out in the middle of the on BLM land? Right? I like to be where the action is, urban areas, people. I can't sit in a camp chair and look at the sunset, pick my butt. Hey Kale, how you doing, sweetie? I designed a postcard for Rushdie when I lived in Boston. I never knew you lived in Boston, honey. What a beautiful woman. Rosie can dream about a Kale. That's my girl. She's luscious. She is really, yeah, one day, Kale, that's it. She's luscious. I don't even think we'd be able to hug. Our boobs would all get in the way, right? Long distance hugging. Yeah, I don't put much truck in Elon Musk. Notice his life went downhill once he left California. I guess they are, Crow. I guess they're still all bent out of shape about satanic verses. You know it's nice. You know it's nice, Kale. A girl likes to be desired, and I got certain women that, you know, I'm just like, I put it right out there. Yeah, I know, don't tell my girl Cindy talks. I love her too. She's lush. I got about 3 or 4 that are really top flight. Do. Oh, no, Kale. I'm a hot mess, honey. I am a hot mess. I'm hot and I'm cold. Oh, I wish, Crow. I'm a sucker for a beautiful gal. Are you really, Julia, you can't tell me around here that we have, are you kidding? In Santa Rosa we have anti-Semitism? I've never seen any evidence of that here. We have a beautiful synagogue up off of Bennett Valley Road and Friedman Center. Really? I mean, I got a good body, but you know. All right, let me get my last beer. Oh. this has been like this is like the most liberal place I've ever lived in my life. Hobotron, you look her right square in the eyes when she's talking to you. 100% attention. Chicks like that, right? Isn't that cool? Isn't that nice? We don't need no education. This was from Morning Dove in Minnesota. Isn't this cool? The wall. I don't get it, Julia. Who would kick out somebody because they're Jewish out of a party? I've crashed bar mitzvahs. I don't get it, honey. Number one, I never knew you were Jewish. Number two, it wouldn't even matter to me. Number three, I got a lot of Jewish friends. Diane C. is Jewish. Tara's half Jewish. You know, I'm an appreciator of the culture. I'm this last guy that never missed money and spent. Yeah, the Hawks came through, Candy. Good job, honey. Now, I'm going to be hitting the road, Candy, Thursday, so I'm going to pre-record Thursday nights. Pre-record. Yes, I'm a great friend. I'm an admirer of the culture and accomplishments. And Julie is a friend of mine too. So I'm really disheartened to hear in this county that we have anything that even remotely smacks of anti-Semitism. I just don't know, honey. We have so many, you know, Friedman brothers. We have so many great Jewish leaders in this community that, you know, I played poker with Eraz before he died over the Max Kosher Deli and stuff. Yeah, you are. Where are you Jewish, Kale? Yeah, I've always looked beyond religion to the person. I mean, this country's great because of the diversity of people here. Oh, if I don't have you, ooh, 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 ooh. No, it's too much studying that. Oh, okay, Kale. I never knew that, sweetie. I'm like an honorary one. Like they plant tree, righteous friend of Israel. So I would get a tree like planted over there. I have no prejudice toward any religion. I don't know. A lot of people would say that about Mormonism, Magda, that, you know, a guy hears a voice in the woods and we're off and running. Yeah, don't get lost in Arkansas. Yeah, I don't get why religion would ever come up at a party anyway, especially in the Bay Area. It's like, I don't really know my father's fault. Well, good for you, Julia. You know, and I'm sorry that happened. I'm just really surprised. Good night, Elmer. Thank you. Really surprised. This is such a great area. Make your own money, it's not easy. surprised Magda's not in Poland or the Shetels of Lithuania or something. A good Shetel. Blowing all over the place. I'm cleaning my room after the hell of shit. Oh wow, okay. Didn't have anything here. Hello, Shannon. Ooh. Imagine Magda. We need you to do this. You need to go fuck yourself, you know? Well, Crow, they have a Holocaust museum on the mall in Washington, D.C. That'll be an eye-opener for you. Let me tell you, go through that, you'll come out, you won't be the same coming out as you went in. You sure as hell will be a different person when you come out of that place. Ooh, yeah, it shook intensely under the van, Shannon, but everything is okay here. Bird and I survived the Great Santa Rosa earthquake of 2020.
Oh yeah, it's right here, huh? I can't.
It's right here, man. Right here. Right here at ground zero. That's it.
And then we got the aftershock right after.
That's why I always thought Sophie's Choice is a good movie. Meryl Streep. Yeah, it's very, very moving. They have one in Baltimore. But the one on the mall in Washington, D.C. is really intense. Yeah, it's cooled down a lot. Can you believe it, Kale? From 115 degrees to like 62 tonight. Very comfortable now. Bird and I really suffered through that damn heat wave, didn't we? Jesus, you had to go to work and come home. There was no relief.
But I lived in Vegas for 2 years like that.
Yeah, but man, even Vegas was like 109 when we're 115, dude. Shit.
I know. California's no more.
Hey, North Carolina.
Come from up the hill of Humboldt, right?
Yeah.
Little Creek or whatever.
Yeah, but it's nice and cool up there all the time.
They said it's too hot. You have to come get beach.
But it's
at the motels, like people all over.
But to me, I think it's really cold up there. Remember, we went up to Eureka, and we went up to can't remember the other town. Man, it was
Arcata.
Yeah, Arcata. It was cold as the witch's tittle in that square. Shit. Thank God we had something to drink. I'm like birds flying around on his bike everywhere. I'm on foot. You know, he's like, how's it going? Hey, we had another person show up tonight that's interested in sponsoring a trip, so that's kind of cool.
Oh,
Maybe
wow,
we could
awesome.
get down to Berkeley or something.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Right.
Somebody could put us up in Berkeley down there. That'd be awesome. Doo-doo, doo-doo.
I want to ride my bike to the park.
Well, I think they're waiting for you at People's Park.
And we want to go there because they're going to build.
No, they'll never get it burned. The people will throw themselves in front of bulldozers down there, dude.
I think that's what
There's such a history of People's Park. Yeah, that would be it, Catherine.
I'm going to go to bed, Rosie. Good night.
Good night, Blackbird. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Right.
Thursday, I got to hit the road. I won't be back until I'm seeing if I can hook up with Kev TV down there in LA, so I'll probably be back Sunday or something.
Oh, you're going on a road trip?
Yeah, I got to do some training in LA, so I'm going to go down Thursday.
Oh, you're going to go see Kev TV?
Yeah, and then after my training, I thought I would look up Kev TV. We could go to Cecil.
Oh, you have to go to Roma and find me more good luck health clubs.
That's right. So just to give you a heads up, I'll let you know you got to pull the mail in and keep an eye on shit here.
Okay. All right.
And if that pump starts running, click that circuit breaker in there, you know. The next Vegas, I'm going to record one for Thursday night. Good night, Blackbird. I'm going to record one for Thursday night. I got my picks for Thursday. I'm going to run down the NCAA. Yeah, I haven't uploaded KO because, you know, YouTube has changed their terms and conditions so much. I do my cut loose over on TikTok these days. Everything's coming. And I might go live on TikTok for the bikini baking. Because frankly, nobody on TikTok gives a shit. So, good night, June. Do. But YouTube is just, they're just killing the platform here. They're just so do. I'm on TikTok. You never get any. There's just no communications. There's no bullshit. It's just so simple. No, they usually give notifications. Everything's coming up rosy. Yeah, I want to get down to the Cecil. I want to see if Kev wants to go to MacArthur Park, but I've not heard from him, so I'm a little reticent to book shit up. Well, Justin, Vegas would be. This may finally be the time to return to Palm Springs. To do, you know, sometime in the next 2 weeks, do 3 or 4 nights in Palm Springs. It's going to be the end of the really nice sun season, and then I've got to do the hellish Kel Baker Road, which I'm going to do much more video on to give you an idea, guys, of how horrific that road is. Did I spend time in Japan? Only in the airport, Magda. Narita Airport. Ooh. So, Justin, I'm coming. You want to meet up over in Chinatown? Have a little Chinese meal. Get you over there. Get James. There's a few people in. There's a few people down there in Vegas we should get together and hang out with. Life with Jan. Health comes with cost. I know, Kale, and what people do for a YouTube channel, like this Nick Avocado, this dickhead, the need for attention. You think I'm bad? Yeah, that would be great, Justin. I mean, we want to hit some local stuff. We don't need to have the cameras rolling. You know what I'm saying? I always respect people's wishes. They say, I don't want to be on camera. Man, you're not on camera. Yeah, destroy your health. Go ahead. All right? Nobody gives a shit. It's for the show. I'd rather have the road to $1 million and end up being the first recognized transgender sports betting broad on the internet. How about that? Pioneering once again. Yeah, but destroying your health for money, fuck that. Yeah, we're gonna have a good stream in Vegas and LA, Magda. I don't know if you've ever been on a Cecil hotel. They're pretty radical streams. You better not mind the smell of urine and rat feces and all that. Cindy, who's nice. I love Cindy Russo. She is so awesome. She's beautiful. She's kind. and she's happening. She's going to come down and do a red sauce. So I told you things are going to be ramping up. There's a lot of content coming. Dude, he already had chest pains one time, unless that was for the show. I don't give a shit. I don't watch these people. You know, Diane talked about him. I clicked on the channel. I immediately disliked it. I don't need somebody acting like a buffoon. Yeah, I wish they had smell-o-vision. I can immediately tell the smell of rat pee. Yeah, they're not worth it. It's not worth it, Kale. I get nothing out of it. I like to break new ground. It's the first like transgender sports betting, handicapper for sports and football and stuff. I love that stuff. First transgender mobile live streaming. The most uploaded transgender in the history of YouTube. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah! I like to break new ground. I don't follow, I'm a leader. Hobotron. Oh, you guys are funny. I'll tell you, but you walk around behind the back of the Cecil Hotel on a warm night, you're about dying, man. The rats are everywhere. They're jumping over you. There's people that have literally exploded with feces on the side of buildings, laying on the ground. The earthquake was crazy, Bianca. I was live. So I'm going to clip that out and put it up as a shorty. So, good night, Julie. But I live for that stuff. MacArthur Park, all the rats over there. Classic. Classic. Do. But if Kev's not available, I just fly back. It's not worth it. So I would rather just fly home, go on to Palm Springs. Yeah, the whole vehicle was shaking and I was live. Not many people are live streaming when that happened, so. So any support is very appreciated. As I once again get ready to hit the road, shout out to Shimei for her wonderful support, and so many people have been supportive of the channel, and don't ever think for a minute that it's not appreciated. Wow, they were screaming. Everybody was very calm. Everybody was very calm down on Railroad Square. I don't know. Thank you, Winter Storm. Alright, guys. I think we're going to give a 5-minute warning. I'm going to go up to about 4 hours evening. It's been a great night tonight. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up and extract the earthquake 1 minute out of there. I'll put that up as a shorty on here. Kind of interesting. So, Justin, I hope we can meet up and become friends down in Vegas. I also want to meet James Trimble and his partner. So there's definitely, there was an earthquake, Kale. Look at my headline, honey. I was live when we got rocked by a 4x4 in the van. Yep. It was a hell of a night. So you guys have a wonderful night. If you've not hit the thumbs up button, could I please ask you to do so? It is very appreciated. Hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications, because I'm always doing stuff. Alright? I'm always making content. Kale, love you, honey. Love you more. And good night, everybody. Susie, great to see you tonight. It's been a while since I've seen you on here. Bianca, I hope everything's working out for you on the job. No news is good news. Good night, Ms. Lulu. Love you. I haven't heard anything, so I'm assuming everything's good. Cindy Russo, you beautiful broad. Say hi to Len for me. Thank you for sending anything you send me in the way of pictures is always appreciated. I love that. Love your back deck. Love everything. It is a wonderful thing. Robin, be safe up there in beautiful New York City. I don't care what you say, honey. I love New York. I love you. Yeah, I exploded feces. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Do, do, do.